Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. We have August's spicy open. We're going to take a look at the charts here. We're going to look at what you need to know. I have this all weird. Off to a strange start, but we're going to see what you need to know for August, what the price levels we're looking for are, what's going to be important, what's not. So welcome back, everybody. Don't forget to smash that likes and subscribes. Let's get into it. There we go. This was a little confusing. We have two streams running somehow. Don't even ask. Anyway, here we are at the start of the month. It's an extra spicy day because it's not just the start of the month. We have the close, the last week. I guess we can call it a July weekly close, even though we're in August. Closing today in just 4 hours here. I think it's going to get interesting. We have the monthly pulled up. Man, I'm getting oriented. We have the monthly pulled up here. There's not that much importance here on the monthly. We can look at retracements, but what's really going to stand out is we have the 2021 yearly open down to 28.9. Always an important level to keep track of. We have monthly support sitting at 35,000. That's pretty awesome. The last 3 months closing with long bottom wicks, showing some bullish pressure here. And into July's close, we saw that buying result in price movement. Pushed up and closed all the way at 41.5. Let's call it that. That price also going to be a big player here, as we typically do see into new months. Price flirting with the open. So likely to see this red, and we already have it red, flip back green. I think this has actually gone back and forth like 2 or 3 times in just one day. This is really going to be the first battle. We want to retake this level to see farther upside, clearly. But it's likely going to be a level used by market makers to freak people out. We've had a lot of selling, and despite the chart looking decent now, it hasn't really looked that way for very long. We're going to zoom in here to the month, or to the weekly, because we don't have much else here. So boom, weekly's looking in much better condition. 3 hours, 21 minutes to go. We're looking to make a close above 39. 39,000 would close our weekly above our previous weekly resistance. That'd be a great start. We can see the 20 weekly that we've been watching for so long, curling down, coming down to meet price, currently at about 45,000. With this candle close, we can expect the 20 to move down just a little bit farther, likely mid-high 44s, as the last, well, yeah, you can see it there. The last 20 weekly candles have been losing momentum or losing price, and that's dragging that moving average down. The 50 on the weekly seems to have held. Awesome news. That's not really, I don't think there's too much else here on the weekly other than, again, we close a waning momentum candle. This is excellent news. This is some of the first bullish edges we were able to identify. You guys, I don't know, it's been a week or two. You might already forget. Every person, every channel on YouTube was bearish as anything. I had Casper J on the other day asking me, why are you bullish? And it was hard. It was a hard question to answer. Certainly wasn't the chart. Was not the chart showing us bullishness. It was maybe something more fundamental to Bitcoin. This sell-off didn't really shock me at all. So as long as we're closing weekly candles with waning momentum, things are looking pretty decent here. That makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, potentially 8 here, closing in 3 hours. 8 waning momentum candles, looking for that positive momentum to return to the market. Market cipher. We see last week, actually, and into this week has twisted and is looking for upside. We're finally back on the positive side of VWAP since February. We have been trending under VWAP this entire time. As of last week, I think, 19th of July, we see it back on top. These are some good signs. We didn't have this. If we take the chart, look at it like this, we didn't have any of this. We had some waning momentum on the weekly, but we had very little else to go on. So this is a beautiful sight. Closing that weekly engulfing, putting in another strong candle afterwards. The weekly's looking solid. The daily's telling a much cooler story, or at least more interesting. We did, as we were looking for, close a daily candle over the 100 daily moving average. All the way up to, bam, 42.2. In the last day and a half or 2 days, we've seen some retracing, but you can see the selling pressure is very weak Very weak at the moment, at least in comparison to the previous days we saw. These two red candles today, though we did put in a higher high, really not making much progress to the downside. And actually, fingers crossed, today closes in this condition. We can see this daily candle that we're working on, almost a perfect backtest of May and June's high candle closes on the daily. That could be a strong bounce level. I'm not going to put my money on it at the moment, but that is definitely something that's on the radar, something important to look for. 40,600. Holding this low, we could definitely see a move to the upside. You know, we were looking for kind of two scenarios: to reject from the 100, come down to the 35.8-ish level, test that 50 and 20 golden cross, bullish cross we see below us on the daily. But we didn't get that, at least not at this point. And the other scenario being maybe a slight pullback, but moving towards that 20 weekly, lining up with the 200 weekly above us. These are really our price points of significance here. I can pull out some more. Actually, I want to show this. I can pull out some other kind of compelling things about this. Volume profile, I can never find it. Trolls me every time. Some of you may remember this as well. We've been looking at the same stuff for months, so a lot of it is seemingly repeated, redundant information. However, as price moves to these levels, this information becomes more and more important, more and more relevant. And now we're, in my opinion, at relevancy. So I've added volume profile to the side here. Double check, make sure everything's going well. Yep. Added volume profile to the side here with these white lines. And what this is doing is it's describing volume, or it's showing us volume. Instead of by time, it's showing us by price. We have been speculating for quite some time that price would look to test one of these gaps. We have the gap above us. Well, actually now we're at that price level. And that ranges from pretty much that 45 level we were looking for, and I would say is in between that 40,600. So right here, and we have a gap below us down here as well, and we were looking to fill it. Looks like we've chosen the upside for now. The 20 weekly and the 200 daily are right where this volume starts to pick up on profile. So we see the gap, and we see it start to pick up literally where these are crossing. In my opinion, this is a high probability test. That might not sound like a huge statement today, but we have been calling for this price level, 45 to 48, since back here. Can't even see it. Back here in May. Looking for this. It's been a long journey. 2 months. Finally we're back. What we're seeing now is great. I'm really positive on this note. This back test and holding of 40,600 would be amazing. It would definitely set us up on the weekly. To fully test that 20. Above us, there really isn't too much. We have 48,000, or 47.5, 48. That's about the 618 retrace from the 65 high to 29 low. We have weekly resistance right about 60, but honestly, guys, if we make it to 60, I don't really think resistance is going to matter. We talked about that in the last stream. The resistance is really not going to be at play. At that part, the market will be so heated that I think it will just absorb whatever sellers might come at those levels. So daily 220, yes, 2050, yes, 100, and on top of what was resistance being tested as support, things are looking good on this chart. Things are looking very good. Excellent, even, perhaps. Excellent. We're not out of the woods yet. We still have, in my opinion, what is the big boss battle above us, the 45 to 48 area. But if we were going to approach it, if we're going to test it, I'm liking the way it's looking now. I'm liking it. We had a lot of time for the market to cool off. Hype was all but gone. Bullishness was all but gone. And now we're slowly climbing up. News, adoption, what's going on in the world, not really lining up with what we're seeing in price. We could argue that. You could argue it the other way. A year ago, this was at like 8K or 7K, whatever number. So I don't know, 41, 42. That's a solid multiplier, I guess, of price. Maybe it is reflecting it. But there's so much going on. I read yesterday MicroStrategy booked $1.4 billion in profit on paper. I'm starting to think that Michael Saylor, you guys know my opinion of him, love what he's doing, seems like kind of an eccentric guy. I don't know how talking to him would be, but definitely smart. I don't know if anyone's doubting that, but seeing them book those profits, and really, I took a little dive into the strategy they have. It's a very small strategy, MicroStrategy. But essentially, Saylor, and this is my understanding, I might be wrong. Saylor's kind of mind is we can take out or we can create leveraged longs, essentially. Now, they're not leveraged on exchange like you and me. They're leveraged in the sense of they're borrowing money to long. And they're doing this through fundraising and offering 1.5% APY. That's a pretty low percent for you and me, but when you take hundreds of millions or billions of dollars, that all of a sudden can become very attractive to large capital. So essentially, Saylor's making the bet Bitcoin will outperform 1.5% year after year. The magic of it is he's not saying every year. He's not saying every year it'll go up. What he's saying essentially is in 20, in 50, in 100 years, Bitcoin will beat out 1.5% APY. I think that is genius. That actually makes total sense when I really looked into it. Is they don't have to repay these things tomorrow. They're not paying them every day. They're time locked. They're longer scope. MicroStrategy has liquidity and money in other areas, and so they can stay afloat as a company longer than people typically live and reap the rewards of that. I think the really cool part, and I'll move on then, is this is kind of an infinite thing. I think that you can continue to do that almost indefinitely, and at some point you run out of supply to buy. I think it's actually pretty genius. I took a dive into that yesterday. I really liked what I saw. Kind of side note there. But that's part of the news and adoption and things is every single day I keep up with the news. I don't care about it much, but I keep up with it. And we just see company after company after company onboarding. Yes, we have FUD right now surrounding the relief stimulus bill that they're trying to sneak some crypto stuff into it that was similar to what they did to online gambling that pretty much destroyed the industry in the US. But I'm going to tell you guys, I'm not worried about it at all. I don't think that is likely to be, put it this way, the last stimulus bill, how long did that take to pass? Forever. 2, in the first stimulus bill, and this is facts, go ahead and check it, there was provisions for a digital wallet. They use the word digital currency and wallet. They weren't referring to, I don't know, your bank. They were referring to cryptocurrency. That was in there originally. It was not in it by the time it passed. In my opinion, that's the very likely scenario. The outcome here is there's a bunch of FUD about it. It ends up not happening. And if it does happen, it's going to end up being different than what we know now. And it'll probably take a very long time to even happen. These things are moving really slow. Bitcoin outpacing seemingly governments around the world. I don't know, 10 to 1. 10 to 1, maybe more. Really moving fast. Cool. We have that other stream up. People made it over here. That's good to see. Welcome back, everybody. 70 likes with 250 watching. Can you guys please do me a favor? Smash that like button. I appreciate it. Today is August 1st. It's a big day for us. I'd like to get this stream in front of as many people as I can. And the best way you can do that is by engaging with the stream, answering the poll, chatting during the live, subscribing during the live, liking the stream, etc. Today's our big day. It's our big day. Patron billing cycle starts on the 1st. So today is the best day to sign up for Patron. Every day you wait, you're just paying the same amount for less of the month. Check out the Patron, guys. The link is pinned to the top of the chat and in the video description. Patron comes with, man, we did some cool stuff today, but publishes of trade setups, technical analysis, macro market insights. We have patron nights. We have some small group stuff, Q&As. There's also one-on-one crypto mentoring available. It's really for people looking to invest in themselves. So check it out. Pull the trigger today. If you've been waiting, don't wait until the middle of the month. You're just getting a worse deal. I have no control over the billing. Check it out. Do it. And we're going to get back into the TA here. There's a little shill. Oh yeah, Discord too. Jump in Discord. Links in the chat. Keep up with our streams. Let's take a look at some smaller time frames. Probably take a look at like the 4 hour here, then maybe down to the 15, and then I'm going to check out chat. So guys, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just ADD, and if I don't get through all the stuff I want to get through, these episodes just become very ADD as well. Fiat is cancer. Bunch of staking isn't the answer. Okay. Yeah, well, fiat is cancer. Totally agreed. 4 hour. So where we left it. Actually, you know what? Let's take a look at yesterday. Or not yesterday. The last time we streamed. That's not it. The last time we streamed. This is what we were looking for. I'm going to say exactly as predicted. Broke our level for continuation, back tested as support, moved to our 2 measured move. Check this out, guys. If you think TA doesn't work, explain this to me. We took our highs and lows with our fib tool, projected out our 618 level at 41.3 and our 2 measured move at 42.3. Look at price. 42.6 within $300. That's less than 1%. No, it's 2% difference. 618 down at 41.3 clearly became a support level. In our last stream, we were looking to reject from that 42.3 level down to 41.3, and we said this is the short term, but we could likely look for a retracement here in this box before another move to the upside. Here we are, in between 40.4 and 40,750. We've dabbled in there. We have on lower time frames, we'll take a look at this. We have some bullish divergence, and now it seems we're retesting that 41.3 level. TA is not a magic crystal ball. It doesn't give you the answers. It's not free money. It's not always right no matter what. It's just a probability game. This setup, seeing these price points, seeing the way this can move, it certainly could have just done something else, but we would know. We would know because it would leave our validation. But if we didn't use TA, we would have no way of guessing that maybe this price action would play out. So yeah, I don't know why I'm championing for TA right now. It doesn't really matter. Really, it's just a humble brag. Exactly as predicted. This low here actually visually fits really well with an ascending low channel. Yes, we have kind of a threat of this ascending channel in general. However, I don't think that's the likely play here. This action looking very similar to what we saw before. We saw this on a small time frame down here. I'll get to the clean chart for this bad boy. There we go. We saw this kind of fractal play out. We saw it play out here, then we saw a small version of it here, and now I'm going to make the argument that we're doing it again. We're going to do it. We're doing it again until we have reason to say we're not. So we're doing the same thing. We've moved up after a high, and now we're consolidating. This is decent, boys and gals. This is decent. This is mad decent. This is just kind of sloppily drawn line here, but you can see these lows are coming up, prices plateauing, trading sideways, dipping a little bit, then moving to the upside. We've been seeing this price action really since the 21st. This is a little less exaggerated, but it really is the same thing. This is excellent. We can continue to do this for a very long time. This is not worrisome. If anything, this is kind of the parabolic stepping, as I described in the past, but talked about in the last episode, where price moves up, consolidates, moves up, consolidates. Parabolic stepping on a linear or a log scale. So things are looking solid there. Let's I didn't actually look at the 4-hour too close because I got distracted. Let's take a look at our moving averages. Let's throw Ichimoku Cloud on. Let's look at our RSI. Let's look at our MACD, see what's happening. 4-hour still in trend. We're not going to take away too much for Ichimoku Cloud on the 4-hour. Following the 20, perfect. I was expecting kind of more on the 4-hour. Sorry, guys. 6-hour. Let's see where we're not following the 20 still. That's actually going to be interesting to me. Every time frame. Okay. Every time frame from the daily probably down to like what? The hour. So under the hour, we're below the 20, but every other time frame we're trending above. That is a solid signal. This is a solid trend. Ichimoku Cloud. Okay, so I think this update is required here. We did leave the cloud. Closed candles outside the cloud. Great. That's excellent. That suggests that maybe on the daily, the trend's resistance is passed. We do have this flat bottom here at 35,000. That's also our monthly support. This would not be out of the question. And in fact, that could be very healthy. However, at the moment, I think we're still looking to move up to that 20 weekly above. Then maybe we come back down to 35. Is it the 2-week? No. It's the 2-day. 2-day still approaching that level up here with the flat top cloud. Cool, cool. We're doing short time frames though. Man, I got so jittered. I got so frazzled with the 2-stream thing. Luckily, our connection seems to be doing well, so that's great. I'm glad the connection's working. I had my doubts. Because sometimes we can't even stream one stream. So it's good to see that 2 is working fine. Hourly, not so much. Let's do this. Okay. 4 hour. Not a lot on the 4 hour. On the RSI, we're going to look at this from the chart. RSI, we definitely do see bearish divergence on our highs for the 4 hour. Undeniable. No other way to cut that. Our RSI highs are coming down. Our price highs are moving up. There is something of note here that is important. While we do have bearish RSI divergence, RSI is still remaining above 50. We talked about this a good amount. In the last 2 months, RSI was struggling on almost any time frame to move above 50, above the middle of the range and stay there. And now we are. This is excellent. Talked about this a little yesterday. I won't go into it too much, but you can see we were trending below this on the 4 hour virtually the whole time. We really didn't see any times where RSI moved from oversold and then bounced before moving below 50. So if you look at all these highs, you can see what happened on RSI after. Almost straight down selling. This is not ideal for upwards price action. So we have 4 examples in a row. This one's a little different. Close enough. I'll keep moving. We have 4 in a row. Here we are, overbought again. Sorry if I said oversold, overbought. And we don't see that. We haven't gotten it yet. We potentially have a bounce very close to 50. And while we do have bearish divergence, as long as we're ranging above 50 on RSI for the 4 hour, price is going to keep being pushed up. So not perfect, not exactly what I'd like to see, but it is a change from what we've been seeing, and that is definitely welcomed. Definitely welcomed. 4 hour doesn't really have too much else here for us. RSI and MACD, same bearish divergence, really not too spicy there. Didn't want to see that. Maybe the longer time frames will have something for us, but we do have a lower high here on our momentum oscillators, and we do have money flow beginning to drain down. That's not great. That's not great. VWAP on the 4 hours suggesting that maybe we are going to see a little pickup here as it's been selling off or waning off. I don't know what you'd call it for that. But it's really going to have to, on the 4 hour, put in a lot of energy to move that back up. I know I said we are going to do short time frames, but now I'm curious. Okay, good. So 6 hour reflecting the same thing, but this is in better condition. I'll explain to you why. So we do have that same lower high. That's not great. However, our oscillator never dipped negative, and money flow looks much healthier. So what we see is a peak and trough, each peak higher than the previous, each trough higher than the previous. Peak and trough. Peak. Now we are looking at another trough-ish area. However, unlike the 4 hour, and this is why I'm happy to see this, it has not made any lower low. 4 hour kind of did. 4 hour didn't look as good. See, we had a low here, went a little lower, and it's lower than the left side of this most recent peak. So the 4 hour is not looking quite as healthy, but the 6 hour is saying don't worry about it. 6 hour is not budged. Those lows are coming up. The highs are coming up. As long as money flow is moving up, making higher highs, I am happy and I am looking for further upside. Hopefully the 2 hour has something for me, baby. Come on, 2 hour. Give me it. Same thing as a 4 hour on our side. That's whatever. MACD is pretty ugly actually on 2 hours as well. Maybe waning here. We have an hour to go, halfway through this candle, so possible. But this is looking a little better. Now we do have what looks like a rollover. We do. Typically when money flow reaches 0, it rolls over. It's pretty, you can really just look at the chart and see it if you're looking at money flow. I can take these off, see if that helps. Get rid of this crap. Where's all my dots? There we go. All right, cool. That makes it a lot easier. So we typically, almost on any time frame, when you see money flow reach 0, it flips to the other side. So from red to green or green to red, positive, negative, negative, positive. So that's not a great sign on the 2 hour. That does kind of line up with like not so great 4 hour. However, if you zoom out, and now I'm going to get rid of VWAP, although VWAP is like my favorite thing here. You can see a pattern. You can see a pattern. Our money flow lows, our lowest points have been coming down. Now we have a higher low, suggesting maybe the lows are coming up. our positive money flow was trending down. Now we have a very high. Very high. How high? Very high. The previous 2 hour was back in October. So if you're to compare these money flows on the 2 hour, October 2020 was the last time. Yeah, it was the last time it looked like this. So the 2 hour may look to roll over here. Here's my bet, guys and gals. It rolls over and it makes another higher low. Something like this. Might be a little deeper. Let's do like this. Then our lows are coming up. That will be another higher low. And then what I'm going to look for is a very explosive move. Very explosive move to the upside because it's going to need to outdo itself from July 20th pump to today. This is what I'm looking for in the 2 hour. That's a lot of scribbling. Lots of scrabbling. Let's just get rid of that. We do, I think we have some bullish divergence, don't we? But I think that's on lower time frames. Yes. Yes? No? I swear I saw it earlier. Okay, yeah. All right, MACD on the 1 hour. We do have some bullish divergence here on this low. Our low on MACD failed to make a lower low versus right here, but price did. So that's bullish divergence. We don't have it on our side. For some reason, I thought we did. Maybe it's lower time frames. I don't know what I was doing. I know what I was doing earlier. I swear I saw it on a few times. Maybe not. Maybe I didn't. No. Yeah, a little bit here on MACD. We see these lows coming up. And this is the 15-minute now. And the lows coming down. So smaller time frames showing some kind of reversals. Meaning, reversal from what this gradient, very, very soft. So suggesting some kind of move to the upside. But we look at this pattern. If we look at the pattern that we've kind of watched now for a few days, what would we expect here? We would expect this. This is what we would expect. Consolidate, drop, make a really ugly looking momentum leg, and then rally. So what might that look like? Let's find out. Let's do it from here to here. Something like this. Suggesting that the low, we might see a little lower here locally in price action. I think the most logical spot to look, though, if we look back to our previous TA, I think that lines up pretty decently with that 40,300 level right here. Maybe we'll put it on this chart, see if that looks good. Maybe it doesn't fit very well. Yeah, this would suggest actually even lower. Okay, down to the 618 level, down at just about 40. That would be actually solid because it would be building support, consolidating here at 40, moving above it, consolidating, and then back testing it. That could be a strong move. Okay. Not crazy about that fit. That fit isn't what I was expecting. That's okay. If we do see 40,750 broken, I'm looking at 40,004. Get rid of this. Interesting. What do we got on real small time frames? Real small time frames looking very similar. Okay, I see. I guess I was looking at the 5-minute. Because technically on this wick we have the lowest point in price. Though I think on most time frames right here is the lowest in RSI. I think it's very hard to catch actually. So very small time frame showing some bullish divergence. Not really anything to write home about. I think we're gonna have to see this 4-hour resolve. I think that's what it comes down to. The 4 hour is gonna look to resolve. Let's throw this back up. Money flow style. There we are. Hopefully with a higher low end, that will translate out to the 6 hour. That's still looking fresh. See something like this. Oh yeah, 12 hour. 12 hour rolling over as well. Nice. This all lines up really well in my head as a story. Though it doesn't show much strength right here. The 12 hours reversed from negative money flow. We had a very brief time in May where it was positive, but it's been 84 days since the 12-hour had a positive money flow. It had it for maybe 4 candles. Maybe 4 candles in that time, but really we're looking at about 105 days of negative money flow on the 12-hour. Now it's looking to flip positive. That's solid. That's a solid sign. That's absolutely a solid sign. Let's do this. Okay. Here we are at the 0.5 retrace as we secretly always knew we would get to. 41,500. Yeah, 0.5. Never discount the 0.5. Price always wants to go. Oh, wow, even better than that. So not only are we just at the 0.5, July closed within like less than 100, less than $80. Wow, that's actually pretty wild. Oh, wow. So, yeah. Our 0.5 retrace at 41,427 and July closed 41,495. That's the exact same number if you ask me. It's within a margin of error. That's pretty darn wild. Just enough to keep people skeptical. I like it. I like it. All right, I think that's pretty much all I'm going to gibber on about here today, or at least that I had planned. So I'm going to check out chat. I don't know what you guys are saying. I've been focused in. Let me pull that up. Let me pull it up. All right. Where did my chat go? First, let's do this, guys. Welcome XX. Welcome Rashad Davis, Mike B, Suali Harari, East 21, Joe D, Levis, Matt Pye, ultimately A2Z Tech. Welcome, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Great to have you in our family. Hopefully this is about to get interesting again. It's been a while since we saw new faces. I think this is the most subscribers we've had in this amount of time in a live. But a great reminder, if you haven't liked and subscribed to the stream yet, please do so. We're live here. We're going to be live every day for the next many days. We're always live like the 1st through 7th every day. So subscribe so you can check out our other lives. We're not done. We're going to be on at least for another hour or two. We do marathons at the start of the month. Yeah, smash the like button, subscribe, jump in Discord. YouTube constantly shadow banning us. Discord's the only way to keep up with our live streams, I'd say maybe a quarter of the time. Last and not least, this is the second time I mentioned it, Patreon, check it out. Links pinned to the top of the chat. Patreon is our group for those looking to improve their trading. To get a little guidance, it comes with trade setups, technical analysis, macro market analysis. We have small group discussion, Q&A stuff. We have one-on-one crypto mentoring, the whole 9 yards. I put a lot of work into it, and I'd love to see some new members join us this month. Today's the best day to sign up. Patreon bills on the 1st, so if you signed up yesterday, you'd be getting billed again today. Luckily, no one did. That usually does happen. Check that out after the show. Pull the trigger if you've been debating it. Don't wait till the middle of the month. So there is the shill. Mirage Khalid, what's up, my dude? Welcome. Good to have you. Now I'm finally got the chat up. I'm moseyed my way around. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Our poll with 309 votes. That's it? Only 309 votes? All right. You guys aren't for democracy. You don't like voting. That's on you. 312 votes. We asked, what price would you buy? And I realized, because you can't put that many characters in these, that might not be super descript. What we meant to ask, and maybe you guys got it, maybe you didn't, is if you had sold over the last 2 months lower, what price point would you look to buy back in? Say, and this is a hypothetical, where Bitcoin just moves up now. In that scenario, where would you look to buy back in? 62% of you, right on fam, said that you already did. Excellent. Excellent. Well done. You make me proud. 3% said 50K. 7%, this is what's interesting, is just under 10% of us are waiting for a new all-time high to buy back in. I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's a bad idea or something. That's interesting to me, though. That's what it would take to be convinced, I think, is what that's suggesting. What would that take for you to be motivated to take that loss, jump back in? Spicy. Well, thanks, guys, for participating in that. Appreciate it. 320, or 60% saying they already did, just like me. Like it. You accidentally did 65K. Oh, well, doesn't really matter. Polls are just for fun. What's up, Joey? How you doing, man? Austin Ryan. What? Buy low? Buy high, sell low. That's the trick to getting poor. I don't know. Metrola AF. What's up, dude? Slothbag, DCA, and hold. I was ranting about this to the patrons earlier. DCA. If you're new to crypto, or here, actually this too. If you have friends, and maybe not today, but as time goes on, you will have friends who want to get into it. They start feeling FOMO. Their first reaction is going to be to dump all their life savings, sell their car, sell their house, and dump it into, hopefully Bitcoin, but maybe, some crap coin. That tends to be the story. I've seen it happen over and over again. What they should do, or what you should do, this isn't financial advice, but the smartest course of action, in my opinion, is to just start DCAing. DCAing is not a thing unique to crypto. It's a strategy for investing that's been around for, I don't know, really 100+ years, maybe more. And you're likely doing it without even knowing it already. Your 401k, your retirement plans, these things that you pay into every week with a small piece of your paycheck, that is DCAing. That is DCA. I have a video on it. You can check that out. But slow purchases over time, that's going to smooth out the volatility. But what it's really going to do for a new investor is that new investor now is going to feel comfortable whether the price goes up or down. Commonly, like I said, people dump all their money in. If price goes down, they freak out and they lose money. They sell for loss because it went down, number go down, me sad. But if they're DCAing, they can actually be happy or even root for price to go down because now they're getting a better deal. It's really just about your mindset, your mental state, and I cannot ever say it enough. It is so important that you are in a good mental state when you're trading and investing. If you can only see price go one direction, Bitcoin is not for you. It's never going to happen. All right, let's see. Slothbag. You're the one who brought that up. Average price, 30K. Nice. And you know what you can do, Slothbag? This is my own little twist on it. Is you can choose, and maybe this is too interactive for some, but you can make DCAing better. You can tweak it. So instead of just every week or every month, whatever time frame, what you could do is you could put that aside, that cash, that fiat, dry powder aside every week if price is above your average cost. Let that sink in. You're DCAing, price rockets up, then maybe you stop and you just keep putting that dry powder away. And then if or when price does go down below your average, then you can make that purchase. It'll be a bigger lump summier purchase. The advantage of that is you're never bringing your cost average up. The disadvantage of that is, well, there's always a scenario where you don't really get to put in that much. But I would say for most people, it is more comfortable to have a smaller position, but have that position be in profit than it is to have a big position and potentially see it very much down. So yeah, it doesn't have to be boring like that. It doesn't have to be strict, but it should follow some kind of structure. There's my 2 cents. What else are you guys saying? Bobby Axelrod. Cool name, dude. Sounds like a Twisted Metal character. Do you like Carl the Moon? I don't know Carl the Moon. I'll say I don't watch Carl the Moon's content, though that would be something I could say about almost everybody. So, but I don't know. I don't know him, so I can't really have an opinion on him. But thanks for being here, brother. Thanks for asking a question. Dirty Jers, monthly DCA for you. 15th month automatic withdrawal. Okay. Dude, right on. Guys, the really cool part about DCA is the more people doing it, the more of the Coinbase reward or the mining rewards that are eaten every day are just being absorbed, nullified right away. It's the safest, well, it's the lowest risk way to invest, in my opinion. And it's one of the most successful across any asset over time, ever. It's not exciting, it's not fun, but it works. So are you here for fun, or are you here to make money? Are you here to change your life with wealth? It's a question people have to ask, because I know the answer for a lot of people is they're here for fun. Let me tell you from experience, it's a lot more fun when you're in profit. A lot more fun. Trumpalist styley skin, ape skin ape. Dude, exactly. I've been preaching this stuff for 2 years on YouTube plus. I don't know if I've ever changed anyone's mind. I don't know if I've changed a single person's mind, but I'm going to keep preaching it because I think it's the right thing. What's the cheapest site to DCA? Dude, toxic fume, that's a great question. And it's a question that I wish I had the best answer to. I wish I had the best answer because you're totally correct. The fees are not good. And what you'll notice actually is reoccurring purchases, for whatever reason, on a lot of sites tend to have even like larger fees associated with them, which makes no sense to me. That makes no sense to me. I don't know why. But you're right. It's a good question. Now, I think I'm going to Google this really quick before I say it, because I'm not familiar with the site. I've heard of them through the grapevines over the last few months. This isn't brand new or anything. Let me see if I can find like their fee structure. So there is a site that has, it's a very basic site. It's kind of like Coinbase, not Coinbase Pro. It's very simple. It's not really an exchange. Maybe it is, but it's really a site set up for DCAing, at least as far as I've like kind of put together. So it looks like, okay. All right. That's not bad. It looks like they have 1%, about a 1% to 1.2% fee on reoccurring purchases over $50. It's not bad. A little bit higher when you get under 50. I don't think it scales out. I hate to endorse it, so I'm not endorsing it. And obviously, they don't pay me. It's not paid. But I have heard of it. It's called Swan Bitcoin. I can't vouch for it because I've never used it. But I've heard it around the grapevine through different sources. And it usually is pertaining to new people getting into crypto and like DCA style, slow investing. Not really sure too much else about it other than they've been around, and I haven't heard anything negative. So I'm going to real quick make sure they're like in the US first. All right, I'm just going to Google it. Is Swan Bitcoin in the US? Not available in New York, but that's true about everything. Nothing's available in New York. New York hates crypto. New York, this is an open call. Open your doors. We want in. All right, I'm going to move on because I can't figure this out. I'm bad at Googling and streaming. It's custodial. I can't find the answer to this. Either way. Do your own research, make your own decisions, but there's your 2-cent answer, because I agree. It's really a good point. It doesn't always make financial sense to DCA because of fees. Like Coinbase's flat fee associated doesn't make any sense to someone DCAing, I don't know, like $10 a month, because a huge percent of that is going to come out in fee. So you know what? I'll look into it and I'll get a good answer. So let's move on. Kept buying after the crash, right on. BTC creating lower lows, says Mirage. Honestly, my friend, I don't think you can call this lower lows at this point. We really, if anything, have been seeing higher lows. It's really going to come down to perspective, what time frame you're looking at. You can go to the 1 minute and find lower lows or higher highs or lower highs, lower whatever on anything. But you need to look at the larger structure, what's going on. So I would argue at this point we have higher lows. That's what I would argue. What I'd really like to see here, and this is what I thought we were seeing, was this. I thought we were seeing one of those patterns that we love to see, We broke to a higher high, but this is really not a significant higher high. It's not showing very much strength there. But what we did see afterwards is a lower low here locally. But this is on the 15-minute. I really am hesitant to say it's really a local low or a lower low. What it really is kind of looking like to me is, well, maybe this channel is bigger than we thought. So my 2 cents here is, as long as this trend line holds, and honestly, even if it doesn't, as long as we don't see selling below the 30th, right here. Can I get that point? Thank you. 38,342. As long as we don't see this broken, in my opinion, we're still on this same course. So you can see we have a little bit of leeway there. Wouldn't even surprise me if kind of that price level, 40,388. Let's add that to our chart. Wouldn't surprise me if that's like overlapping kind of where we are now. Clone. 40,388. Close. Looks like they intersect on the 2nd, so tomorrow. All right. But yeah, as long as we're staying in this trend line, we're really kind of just setting higher lows, at least in my opinion. Ah, note cut, dude, you totally just reminded me. I feel so bad. So you are right, Notica. We do have, and we need to announce the winner, but I can't in good conscience do that because I didn't watch them all. If you guys notice on the live stream, we have a new button available. That button says clip. And what we're doing, and I announced this, and you're totally right, and I owe somebody some sats. Dang. All right, winner. So I did say it'd be announced today, and so I'll follow through with that. So I'll announce it today. But not this second because I didn't look at them all. I don't want to do it that way. Here we go. Let's get this music going. So yeah, use that clip button. You can do it on current streams. You can do it on past streams and videos. And what we're doing is, I didn't nail down the numbers. But what we're doing is we're going to be giving away sats, some Bitcoin prizes to the best clip every week. So I need to announce a winner today. I would make sure you're in Discord, and I'll announce it there. That'll work. Someone's going to win. And basically, if you guys clip, you can save these clips, kind of timestamps the video, post it in the Discord. There is a room called Weekly Clip Contest. We had quite a few entries, so I'm going to have to do my homework after this. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Ooh, nice job, guys. And basically, whoever wins, and I guess I'm the judge for now. I would love it if I wasn't the judge. We can come up with a system. I don't know if maybe we like emoji react them if we like them. I don't know. Maybe other people will do it. But for now, I'll be the judge of what I think is the best one, and they're going to win some sats. So thanks for reminding me. I definitely can't forget about that today. But that's going to go on. So we're going to announce a winner today, and then next week, I'm going to have to put this on my calendar now. Next week, we'll repeat the process, and this is new, so we're going to be figuring out the flow, you know, how often you guys are doing this, because if we go into next week and there's no new clips, it doesn't make sense. I'm adding it to my calendar right now. Thank you so much for that reminder. That's a big oopsies on my part. Let's announce them. The next one will be on Saturday the 7th. Announce winner clip weekly. There we go. Added it to my calendar. Thank you. There's still time though. Until I look at all the clips, entry's still open for this like drawing today, let's call it. So thank you, sir. Appreciate it. ETFs should be low cost for DCA. Right on, JM. That's right. John Malia, can I DCA for your next divorce? Yeah, sure. That's fine. How is chance for deflation coming in my eyes? Asks Ivo Kiwi. You know what, man? I have watched inflation, or at least I've watched the value of the dollar, so it could be a different force, decrease my entire life. I'm going to age myself. I've seen prices even this year, especially in essentials like housing, explode way beyond a 2% increase or whatever a year. And so to ask, are we going to see deflation? It's possible, and you do see deflation before inflation typically, but I'm not seeing it yet. If we were to see deflation, what we would expect is, well, the dollar to be gaining strength, or for goods to randomly go down in value, I guess. There's two paths on that. Here's our chart from, when did we draw this? I think 7th of July-ish, of the dollar on the daily here. We saw what looked to be an ascending channel or ascending wedge, and we were looking for it to break to the downside to that 382 retracement. I mean, exactly as predicted. It doesn't get much better than that. However, our deeper retracement down here, our 0.5 to 618, which is usually what we look for, sitting at 91 to 90-ish. This doesn't really look super strong to me or suggestive of deflation yet. However, if we don't make it down here, maybe we do. Maybe we do see another rally. We do have what is almost a double bottom here on like the monthly or the quarterly for the dollar. I'm just not seeing the power yet. We haven't seen any highs broken. Your highs seemingly are just brick walls. Price doesn't even go close to them. I am still at some point expecting a real retracement. You can see I have this fib tool loaded up here, taking our high down to our low. And what we would look for there is the 0.5 or the 618. And what I like about those values is that they line up perfectly with previous levels. Perfectly. That to me suggests that they are absolutely correct and that price should in technicals go test them. We're not seeing it yet. So if it does, we're looking at 69 to 79. That could be some kind of deflationary event. I could see that. I just don't see it. I just don't see the energy in it yet. If it can hold a low on this retracement, because I'm not convinced the retracement's done yet. If it can hold a low, then we might see that recovery. It's just hard to be bullish on the dollar. Talk about stimulus, $1 trillion in stimulus. It's nothing to me really leads up to the dollar should be worth more. That's my own opinion. History would agree. Good question. My chat just keeps disappearing on me. Where did it go? There it is. Look at that. What's up, Jeff Doyle? How you doing, brother? Sylv, great to see you, darling. Thanks for being here. Crypto Sharknado. I just put it on my calendar. Good to have you here, my friend. Richard Morrissey. If you're okay with derivatives, don't be okay. Do not be okay with derivatives in crypto. In fact, I can make that a broader statement. Don't be okay with derivatives in anything. Why would you pay the same price for something that isn't the item? Why would you pay the same price for an IOU? Doesn't make any sense. Don't do it. Especially in crypto. Own your own keys, own your own coins. Do I think we're due for a mini alt season before a Bitcoin upside? I do not. That's a good question. I think lots of people are looking for that. I don't think that the pain is done for alts yet. But, that comes with a but. It doesn't mean that alts are necessarily going to lose dollar value. I'll explain. It doesn't necessarily mean alts are going to lose dollar value. We have been looking for this dang move since May. I just feel crazy, man. I keep saying the same crap. Keep saying the same stuff over and over again. We've been looking for this move since May. We're looking for dominance to return to the 0.5 retrace. 56.6, 618 sitting at 60. 60 was the consolidation level back in early 2021 and started falling at the end of April when alts took off. So here's the way I see it. This was alt season. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Alt season is not one specific time or place or whatever. This was alt season. This was alts are gaining value against Bitcoin. Roughly around when Bitcoin crashed, this lines up with what we know and what we talk about. We saw Bitcoin dominance reverse for the first time meaningfully in that entire 8-week period. Something like that. No, more than that. Multiple month period. 110 days. This is the first meaningful reversal we saw on Bitcoin. Candle even closing that daily up, which we see it failed to really do at all. And then we had a higher low here in June. So this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for dominance to reverse and retrace, maybe dead cat bounce. Typically, we see that happen when Bitcoin makes a very volatile move, whether that be it crashes down below 30K or explodes up above 65. Those would be volatile moves. Really, when it explores kind of new price ranges or makes a significant leg to one side, we see this rally. This is where I'm going to look to enter alts. Could this be it? Sure. That's possible. I would expect Bitcoin to get very, very Sideways. Very sideways, though, if I was going to see this drop. But I haven't looked at this in a while, so actually there's something interesting. This isn't exactly the nicest pattern. You know, we can start to see this as a momentum leg. And if that is the case, then yeah, we'll see another alt season. Probably soon. But I really am putting my TA on this is what I think we see. And I think we see a rejection. And then I think we see continuation. I think we see continuation to the downside on BTCD. It may not rally that high. You know, it may only make it maybe here. I think we see it reject and fall. And where should it fall to? Well, likely the previous low. We have never seen this happen before. We've never really had a cycle outside of the previous one with dominance being a factor. Because with pre-2017, Bitcoin was 98% of the market cap. You know, there's very few other coins. And after that bull run, that's when we started to see low. Well, at the peak of the bull run, this was the peak of the bull run, 2017 right here. You can see that peaks of bull runs tend to be near lows in Bitcoin dominance. So we may see that put a new low in dominance. I think that's rational because there's more coins now. The more coins there are, in theory, the more dominance should be harder to get because there's just more options. At one point, Bitcoin dominance was 100% because it was the only crypto. There was no other currency. So it had to be 100% by default. Now, there are thousands of currencies. So just mathematically, Bitcoin can never return to 100 unless literally every single altcoin in the entire world has a market cap of 0. So I think this is logically a bearish chart. Over time, it should trend down. That's what we're seeing. It tends to pick up when Bitcoin rallies. You can see even in the last bull run, there were a few of these momentum legs to the downside. And that's what I'm looking for again. Looking for that momentum leg to the downside. I will admit when I'm wrong. I don't try to hide it. I'm not always right. I don't know why people obsess over that. I wouldn't trust anyone who's always right because that's impossible. I was definitely wrong here. I was looking for a retracement again before I was looking for this move. We didn't get it. We didn't get that retracement. So that's possible it happens again. Maybe we don't make it up to the 0.5. That's possible. But I don't know. My money's there. I'm not looking to enter alts until we reach that retracement level. That's a great question. It's a great learning experience. I haven't talked about that in a while. And it's nice to check back up on it because I haven't. Let's do a quick update here so next time we look at it, it doesn't look too crazy. Let's take it from here. By the way, guys, dominance is not a real traded thing. I mean, you might be able to buy some kind of tokenized version of it, but this chart is not traded. This is just showing you what percent Bitcoin is of all of the value of cryptocurrency. So this does still tend to move like a normal chart. It's weird. Divergences still work. Patterns still tend to work. So here's what I'm looking for. And I want to update that. So we're seeing higher lows, and I'm looking for a flat top. Doesn't fit perfectly. Maybe on the weekly or something it'll look better. Oh yeah, and I don't recommend you look at Bitcoin dominance on anything other than a day plus, and even a day is kind of too small. You want to be looking at this on the weekly. You want to be looking on multi-day, maybe monthly. That's not looking too great either. Maybe the pattern has changed a little bit. Okay. This is really what I was looking for. Flat top, higher lows. So far, it's okay. Not perfect. What we want to see is these lows keep coming up, and eventually we would look for a break to the upside. This is a very bullish pattern. If it holds, we can likely call it invalidated if we see July's low broken, and then we're probably going to alt town. But either way, this doesn't suggest alts aren't going to rally, especially I got distracted. They may still go up in dollar pair because I said Bitcoin dominance tends to go up when Bitcoin makes a volatile move. So if Bitcoin moves, breaks past, say, 65K, absolutely. Absolutely what I expect dominance to be up here. Alts would take a beating against Bitcoin, but they're unlikely to actually go down in dollar value. They may stay sideways. They may go up, trend up a little bit, but they're going to get outpaced by Bitcoin. Then when Bitcoin chills out, we see dominance drop and we see those alts kind of jump and make those gains back. So yeah, don't get too worried. Don't get too worried if we don't have alt season soon, because they're not really going to suffer. The only scenario that they suffer here is if Bitcoin just dumps under 30, dominance moves up, and the dollar value is down of Bitcoin, so those alts get like the double smack. That's why we saw really large retracements recently on some alts. It's because Bitcoin went down, dominance went up. What's up, Ricky Blight, Arjun Guapta? You have a hot wife. That's cool, dude. Happy for you. Happy for you. What's up, Mustafa Hilal, Richie DK, and Dank Chop over on Twitch? Welcome, guys. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? We're live here. We're going to be live here every day. Here's a little, I meant to do this in the beginning of the episode. I'm not good at what I do. This is Crypto Quant. They basically keep track of crypto data, on-chain metrics, exchange metrics, etc. I still, I'm confused. Like, I'm stuttering. So we saw on Quant data, but I can't, or Crypto Quant, I can't find this really anywhere else. But July 16th, we saw one of the largest inflows of Bitcoin to exchanges. I can't find anywhere else. I'm not sure if it's real. I kind of thought that that was an error and that they would get rid of it, but they didn't. So maybe they think it's real. We saw a large inflow and price was near 30,000, and that was actually really threatening. That was like one of the only days where I was like, guys, I warned the patrons, like, this could get ugly. Got a lot of Bitcoin coming into exchange and price is low. That's threatening. However, here's what's really important. Since July 26th, you can see that not only was that 47K removed from exchange, 60,000 was removed from exchange just on the 27th. 26, 21,000, 28, 15, yesterday 2, today slightly negative, just under 1,000. Supplies being removed. This is a topic people are talking about. In an exchange scenario that's traded spot, this is why I'm a fan of spot. If there are 100,000 Bitcoin on a spot exchange, only 100,000 Bitcoin can be sold on, period. Done. So every coin that's off is technically bullish. Now, where they go is important. This is the net flow for all exchanges. So this tells a little bit different story than maybe the literal, which we can look at too. Because this can be derivative exchanges outflows, and I believe that's actually what happened on a lot of this. In general, though, less Bitcoin on exchange literally means there's less that you can sell. There's just less available supply to sell. There it is, man. CryptoQuant is really convinced about that inflow. So this was one of the largest inflows on July 16th to spot exchanges. Now that's where it's important. Derivative exchanges, not quite as important. Certainly has value and weight, but when you see inflows to spot exchanges, that does suggest people are looking to sell. There's only one other scenario. That scenario is people are looking to freak the market out. I think that is what it was, and I think it worked. It's because you can see here, and this is the all exchanges reserves, that we are now back down to levels. Weirdly not that low. Weirdly back to levels from May 7th. What I didn't like is that we saw reserves increasing. We saw Bitcoin being sent to exchange while we were down at 30, and that was threatening. But this also shows you that on-chain metrics, they aren't a golden bullet or silver bullet, whatever either. They can be manipulated. Whales can send to exchanges to freak people out. I think that's what happened. Realistically, I think that was the case. I think this one is one of the most important charts, and I'll be done with these charts. All exchanges stablecoin ratio. So this is really cool, and the reason I like it is it lines up better with the chart. The chart seems to be more correlated with it than just inflows, outflows. What this is how much Bitcoin is on exchange versus how much stablecoin value is on exchange. So what that's really showing us is that selling potential, how much Bitcoin you have, versus how much buying potential, how many dollars you have on an exchange. The lower this goes, the more bullish. You can actually see back here, July 31st, 2020, that ratio was heavily in favor of Bitcoin. Much more Bitcoin than there were stablecoins on exchanges, and it did briefly rally up to January and then fell off again. And you can see that becomes extra exaggerated here once price dropped, because stablecoins then have higher purchasing power or can purchase more Bitcoin. So that makes sense. And we don't see that crazy influx that we saw. So I think that this is one of the coolest metrics, I guess, to look at. And I think it's also one that has value to traders. So keep an eye on this. That's my 2 cents. I don't know where I got off. I don't know where I got off on that tangent. Quick look at the daily. Still holding that low. Not a beautiful candle by any means. Not a beautiful candle by any means. However, how many times have we seen this now in a row where a daily candle doesn't look good and then all of a sudden at the close it looks good? Flips to green. Yesterday was maybe the first example of that not happening. The 30th of July was the best example of that happening. That was what looked like a clear rejection of the 100. Market said, nah, screw you guys. Are you ready? What's up, Shatashi Shibanuma? What's up, dude? Welcome. Good to have you. Still holding, so that's dandy. I think that's about it. I got sidetracked, man. I'm so KYC. So KYC. I'm so ADA. Just looked at the word KYC and said it out loud. All right, I'm scrolling up. Sorry if you wrote anything further up. It's lost. It's lost. So now I'm only reading the most recents. Every Doge has its day. I mean, guys, maybe it's hard to believe, not tooting our own horn, but we were also, just like the last 2 months, we were also the only people bullish on Dodge before it rallied to the moon. We're not right all the time, but we're just looking at stuff people are not looking at, period. That's how I describe our channel. Oliver Fenton. Dodge's Link is its network. Yeah. That's true of any proof of work thing, really. Oh. No, it's, that reminds me. Sylph said something about Ethereum. Good time to bring this up. Good time to bring this up. Here we are. That was today's bragging post. There we go. Anybody catch this tweet? Anybody catch this tweet? Maybe this is a reason you should follow me on Twitter. I do occasionally post stuff on Twitter. Posted this yesterday. Price was under 2,500 on Ethereum. Caught the breakout. ETH heading to 2,600 to our measured move. Just under 2,600. And what did we get today? Exactly as predicted. Overshot it by 40 bucks. We should take a peek at ETH then, actually. Yeah, we should. But thanks for the reminder. Right on. What's good, Machine 13? Not much chilling, man. Just welcoming August with open arms. Diving into the chat. Would I classify AMP as proof of concept rather than proof of stake? I don't know anything about AMP. So, I honestly, if you stake the thing and you get coins back by staking it, it's proof of stake, in my opinion. I'm sure there's a better answer, but that's not it's not my jam. Yeah, there's so many coins. It's impossible. It's impossible to like know everything about all of them. Don't even try. Isaac LaFountain. Yeah, Doge. Right on, dude. Thank you for the 2. I got a stream with CryptoFace. I have. He's been too busy playing World of Warcraft to hang out with me. Makes me sad. We used to play League together, man. Then he disappeared. Now he's in Draenor. I don't even. What's up, Steven Sokol? How you doing, bro? Arjun Gupta. What'd you say? Dodge has another moonshot in. I think that's possible. I mean, if Bitcoin. So here's the thing, guys. You have to like really understand, I think, in this space, and you do over time, but it's almost always invisible to new people. In crypto, Bitcoin is the peg. Like, it's the dollar. It's the peg. So whatever price you have in your head for something, Bitcoin's at 40,000 right now. You know, we might say down the line, it might be years, could be months, could be weeks. But say Bitcoin goes to 400,000. This is a hypothetical, though I think that's going to happen eventually. So that's a 10x, right? Whatever number your coin is at, to say 10x, like if Bitcoin does 10x, that's very likely. So like to say Doge is going to break 69 cents, that would make it almost be guaranteed after Bitcoin breaks 65,000. Does that make sense? So if like Bitcoin doubles, we would pretty much expect every altcoin to return to its highs. I don't know if that helps. I don't know if that helps. That's why I like to measure altcoins in Bitcoin value, not in dollar value, because I want to know. I don't want to know if it's gone up in dollar value, because of course it has. If Bitcoin's trending up, of course it has, or at least it should. I want to know, should I have just bought Bitcoin instead of this coin, and would I be ahead then? And that's what the Bitcoin pairs tell you. If a coin is losing, or if the coin is selling off in Bitcoin pair, so Dodge BTC, that means that Bitcoin is outpacing it. If it's rallying in Bitcoin pair, that means that your coin's outpacing Bitcoin. So that's telling you, at least in my take, that's telling you if you're actually profiting. Because if you go all in on some coin and the dollar value goes up, good for you, but that's true of everything basically when it's rallying. But you're losing in Bitcoin value, you're not really profiting. You should have just bought Bitcoin and done nothing, because then you would be farther ahead. I'll get off that topic. John Crypto Fuel Bitcoin. You have BTC in your name and you're spamming Eth. That's confusing. I know we have 2 live streams. I'm not even sure how it happened. I'm not even sure how it happened, but it's happening now. I think the big players are taking profits, waiting for 42.4 to be taken. I mean, we hit 42.4, so you guys, big money also, you need to understand, is not one mind. It's not one person. Whales get wrecked all the time. In fact, whales are most likely trying to wreck other whales, not you and me, because it doesn't make a dent in their wallet. Whales get swallowed up. They're not like a hive mind. They're not cooperating. Let's put it that way. They're not cooperating. They are more adversarial against each other than the retail. Well, maybe retail as a whole, but yeah. This weekly close is going to be intense. Could be. The monthly close is intense. Yeah, the weekly here though, the weekly I don't think there's really going to be that much that can go on here. It's like we have the 20 above us, and then what? We have weekly support underneath us at 39. So this is like very likely the range that we're going to see today close in. I think it's very unlikely that it moves above the 20 or below support in the next 2 hours. Very unlikely. Almost certainly going to remain in this box. Almost certainly. Could be wrong. Very confusing. I know. I'm sorry. We'll see how it goes. People seem to enjoy chilling in there. So maybe we'll leave it up. Maybe not. What's up, Crypto Greg? Greetings. How's the West Coast doing, man? Are you guys still on fire? Hopefully not. Anything instantly fraud. I don't know. I'm not a fan of proof of stake. I own proof of stake coins, but my heart lies in proof of work. Proof of work is the blood. It's the engine of crypto. AVK. Can I do UTA without glasses? Sure, man. Yeah, I'm very talented. I can do, almost anything. The only thing I can't do without these that I can do with them is like stare at the sun. That I probably still shouldn't. You just said you're so Cardano. Okay. Jalassi Caladoon. TLM. Never heard of TLM. Developer World Crypto Payment Network. That sounds familiar for some reason. In addition, something about the government. Honestly, I think this whole sell-off we saw on Bitcoin is from the miners relocating from China. Really. That's what I'm starting to feel. It was like just from that. Hash rate went down, price went down. Yeah, maybe not. Sun Watchers, what's up, Renee? How you doing, Mr. Silva? Daniel left. Do I think proof of stake is less secure or what? Well, yeah, I think inherently it is less secure. That doesn't mean I think every proof of stake or proof of work network is secure, though. Not at all. Don't think that. Riddle yourselves this. This is my thoughts on proof of stake. So proof of stake at its core is this concept. Coins that are held in wallets create the new supply. They create new coins, right? So instead of proof of work, instead of mining, creating new coins, holding coins in a wallet creates new coins. That by itself doesn't really strike me badly. Use your brain here, though. So Bitcoin started, in theory, with 0 coins on the network. The first block was mined by Satoshi. Bam, now we have coins. Proof of stake. How does that happen? What is its origin story? You have to own coins to create the new supply. So where does it start? Where's Genesis? Where is 0? Where does that start? I said I had ADA. Oh, dude, yeah. I've been word salading all over this episode. But dude, this is a really important concept I don't think people think about. Bitcoin or a proof of work network can start with no one owning any coins, and the network can still, like, in theory, exist, right? Until the first block is mined. Where does the first coin come from proof of stake? And the answer is there's multiple answers. But all of the answers, no matter what the answer is, it all goes back, every single one, no matter what method, is someone created the supply. And that person at one point had all of it. In proof of work, that's not really a threat. It is if you pre-mine. I don't like pre-mined anything. But those coins aren't the mechanism of generation. In proof of stake, they are. So are they less secure? That's not really the point that I have for it, though I think that is part of the argument, because can something be secure when one person at one point owned all of it and had all control of the whole network? I don't know. But really, it's just someone owned it, so it's centralized in that sense. It's weighted towards a central wallet or a central person. That's my argument. I own dozens of proof of stake coins, though. ADA is one of my larger holdings. I just don't prefer them. I prefer proof of work. I would never have, in my opinion, maybe Ethereum's going to make me take this back, but I would never want my second largest position, because it goes Bitcoin, then it goes Litecoin, and then Ethereum, but those swap back and forth. Ethereum might make me wrong, because Ethereum is looking to migrate to proof of stake, and that's going to be interesting. I'm skeptical. I definitely have my doubts about that. I've been vocal about it. It's a wild decision that nothing in crypto has ever done. Not on this scale. We've never seen anything like this. But that would be the only origin story, really, that I can think of that starts with anything other than someone created the supply, and then all the other coins were generated either from that wallet or from that wallet sending them to their people and then them generating supply. Yeah, we can go back and argue Ethereum was pre-mined. I'm not happy about it, but that's why Ethereum is never going to be number one in my mind. Bitcoin always going to be number one. Litecoin is like kind of like my little crush, my little side bay. Proof of stake, old. Yeah. 808 Hawk or institution investors waiting for liquidity to grab downside. I think they have been. I've been making this argument for 2 months. Is they have been waiting for a liquidity grab to the upside. If they want to short, they need liquidity, which means they need people longing. So drive price up, get people to long, then you can sell into it. If they drive price down, they have liquidity to buy, and that's maybe what we saw over the last 2 months. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. What else are you guys talking about? Bitcoin will go to 50K by August 4th, says Frankie Joseph. Bold move, Cotton. It's 8,000. That's about a 20%, a little bit less, 15% move. That's possible. I don't really have a time frame on it, but that's possible. I don't know. I'm not making that prediction. Royal Gamers, how you feeling, bro? Feeling great. How you feeling, dude? How you feeling? How's everybody feeling? Are you guys feeling better? So last month, July 1st, how did you feel? Right? How'd you feel? How do you feel today? What are the differences? What's the difference? Do you feel better? Do you feel worse? Let me know. Oh, I'm typing something. There we go. I don't think this bot has linked at all during this chat, has it? What a bum. It's probably spamming away in the other room, the other stream. Poop. There we go. Just copy paste. You feel good? I feel good. Right on, dude. Dude, 808 Hog, that's a lot of my skepticism, man. He said, can't see Ethereum miners going proof of stake. Well, you literally can. They could stake what coins they have, but their mining equipment is no longer valuable, at least to the Ethereum network. And what the double slap is, East21, my stream was hijacked by another YouTuber. What? Shame on whoever stole a stream. What do you mean? We have 2 streams up on this channel, I know. It was kind of an accident. And I was just like, yeah, we'll roll with it. We're not gonna mess with it. See how it goes. But I don't know what you're talking about outside of that. Double check real quick. It's a double slap to miners. It's not even just a single slap, it's a double slap. So think about this. You have been investing for years, right? For years into your mining rig. Say you're one of the really big ones. You've been investing for years, millions and millions of dollars. Whoa. Millions and millions of dollars. Oh, cool. It's actually playing on the other stream. That's neat. Into this equipment, it's your whole life, right? And now all of a sudden, everyone on this Ethereum network is like, hey, we're going to transition to proof of stake. So all these years as a miner, you've been mining. It costs you electricity and hardware. And then you are market selling Ethereum. As much as we would love the world where like if miners can just like mine and never sell any, this just doesn't make sense. It's impossible unless they're stealing electricity or something. They need to cover their bills. And if you're making $1 million mining, your electricity bill is probably like $500,000. Like it just doesn't make sense. It's not a reality. So they have been mining and selling all these years. And so they're not likely to be the biggest wallet holders, you know, like someone who just bought a few $100s years and years and years ago could have more in their wallet than a miner. So it's a double slap. Not only are they saying, now all of your millions of dollars of equipment are done, but it's like you also aren't in the greatest position to transition to this proof of stake network because of the demand that was and still is there when you mine to sell your reward. I think it's a ballsy move. It's a ballsy move. Turning your back on the people who have supported the network is a ballsy play. I don't know how it's going to work out. I'm not selling my Ethereum or something based on that. I'm just skeptical. I'm not sure how this is going to go. It's never been done before. And so it's something to be aware of. It certainly does not feel good for the miners. It does not feel good for those people who've sacrificed whatever. Ballsy move. Could work out really well. Could not. Don't know. World leading expert. If I was a whale, which YouTuber would I like to wreck out of existence? None of them. I don't know. None. I don't really pay attention to the other ones. Pulse chain is Eth fork with proof of stake. But isn't that what Ethereum's doing anyway? And I don't know much about Pulse chain. Thoughts on Luna and IOTA? None at this point. Everything's kind of just suckling on the BTC rally at this point. I don't think there's really too much going on. Certainly, they're just returning to kind of resistance. I will bring this up. Does anybody else remember this episode when we looked at DOT? I remember, Barry. I remember. What's up there, Mr. Ragsdale? Temp 69. Nice. I'm still thinking DOT's heading back to this $26. 25, 41, something like that. So far, so good. We were looking at this after it rejected from the 236. From back here. July 7th. We were looking for $10 and we were looking for 26, 27. So coins are rallying, but they are just really kind of looking to return to previous resistance, previous support, test this resistance. I don't find that there's really super significant moves happening. Ethereum has been looking pretty solid. Ethereum has been looking solid. I have two main charts again. There we are. Here's our box of today's weekly close. There it is. I'll even put another one up here so you can see what price that is. Bam. Hey, Jeremy. Yeah, Jeremy, when stream? When are you coming on with me to just like sing in the background? You can like dance. Dathy. Fran's house. Your thoughts about Eth in August? Well, I don't know. I gave my thoughts yesterday. Target was hit. Haven't really seen much yet to make another estimation. I do think Eth is going to 3,000, and that leads me into Dathy's question. My thoughts on possible dead cat bounce after Bitcoin chests this general zone. Seems to be a popular theory. If it's a popular theory anywhere, here's a great example of why you should watch this show. If you haven't been, this is why you should watch our streams. This is what we have been talking about since May. Everyone else turned bearish. I just couldn't understand. Some of these really intelligent people, some of these people whose TA I respect, got really bearish, and they said we're going to keep dropping. I don't understand. It still boggles my mind. Why weren't they looking for a retrace? I just don't get it. Like, we have been looking for the same thing for 2 months. 45 to 48. That's where we're looking for a retrace. I've said it a lot. You might be joining us for the first time. That is the danger zone. That's the danger zone, guys. 30,000, I've said this a million times. 30,000, not threatening to me. 45, 48, that's where things can get real. That's where things can get bad. We really never see Bitcoin drop like it did in May, trade sideways like it did May, June, July, and then just drop again. You always see some kind of retracement. You always see some kind of rally. And I've been looking for that same value the whole time. So what do I think about it? I think it's totally possible. Totally possible. That's where you need to be careful. That's where you need to close up any ugly positions. That's where if you feel the need to hedge, that's where I'd be looking to hedge. Because we either reject from there, go for lower lows, and that's probably not great for the next, I don't know, like few quarters, won't be so fancy. Or we go up there, we could blast through it, backtest as resistance run. We could reject from it, hit a higher low, and then run to the upside again. I can see that happening. Especially, we've been seeing that pattern here a lot. It's definitely a possibility. What I'd like to see is when we test the 20 weekly, and that's right around that price, I'd like to see us close above it. I don't want to see us trade above intra-week and then close below. To me, that's getting sketchy. It's getting sketchy. Not satisfied with this answer. I know who Richard Hart is. How could I not know? Seen him on a bunch of different shows. He was on with CryptoFace the other day. They're going to miss the train. Yeah. Here's the thing, guys, also. Even if you're bearish, like, you know, I don't criticize. I don't care if you're bearish. If you're bearish, that's okay. If you don't feel comfortable in your position, that's okay. You know, selling Bitcoin, that's okay. Here's the one thing, just please don't ever do. Just don't sell 100% of your Bitcoin. Please. You can sell 90%. You can sell 95%. You can sell whatever. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. Just keep something, because historically, everyone who's done that has done really well. When we're scared, we tend to go all in, all out. Don't do that. Don't do that. In my opinion, that's the stupidest thing you can do in crypto. Keep a piece. Just a little piece, a little side piece, you know? That way, if you're wrong, put it this way. If you're wrong, and it keeps going up forever, well, you have some, and some of infinity is infinity, so you're good. Or you're right? You're right. Yeah, you got it right. You sold the top exactly. What's the drawback? You sold 95%. What is the difference that 5% is going to make? And the answer is not a lot. It's the hedge that it keeps doing what it's done. Just do that. Do that, you'll be okay. You'll be okay. Oh, man, I thought something spicy was going to happen. Oh, well. Yeah, Jeremy. I like it. Steven Sogel, why was Coinbase weird yesterday? Exchanges, especially during moments of high traffic, are not reliable. It's just probably their servers overloaded, or maybe a general internet thing. It happens. He was on BitBoy Crypto. That man makes 20 videos a day. I bet you can't name something that wasn't on BitBoy Crypto. Is it a good entry point today? Usually we wait for pullbacks. Usually. Maybe, well, we've had 2 days of red. This is technically a pullback. It's up to you. What is a good entry is going to be different person to person. What's up, Tom? I like that name, mister. Handsome name. Handsome name. What's my take on Ethereum flip BTC in the future? My take is it's possible for Ethereum to have a higher market cap. That's possible. It's not impossible. I personally don't think it will happen. If it does happen, I think that it will be extremely short-lived, meaning we see Ethereum rally, really, really high, kind of like explosive blow off top thing, and then it sells off, and it was like for a second. Now, if we go out like 10 years, 15 years, there's just no way to know. But I think fundamentally Ethereum's value is going to be lower than Bitcoin's for one reason. And that's because Ethereum really is like a service or utility. I've been saying this for years. Maybe I'm wrong. It's okay if I am. Services and utilities have a value. Like I don't know, you paint cars. That's only worth so much money to like protect the car and make it look good. Whereas Bitcoin doesn't have a product. It's just like a currency. There's nothing else. And so that doesn't really have a defined value. Like a service can cost more, I guess, than its value. But just that, maybe that relationship is the reason I think it. Now, like I said, it could happen. And to be honest, here's the big takeaway. It just doesn't matter. What does it matter? Like, people are really obsessed with this idea. Ethereum can go to 5 figures and not overtake Bitcoin. What does it matter? Like, it's just like doesn't, I don't know. It's just not important. That's really my opinion. If it does, it does. I don't care. I have a bunch of Ethereum. But it's not as important as people say. Ethereum doesn't need to flip Bitcoin to be successful. Period. It's true of anything. Every day is a good entry when you're holding right on. Right on. What else are people talking about? Cheers. Cheers, Dothy. That's a good question, man. Raw disciples in the crypto space. I like that market, Matt. Long live the Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades. Right on. Hello, person's name who I can't read that. Maybe it's Hindi? I don't know. Well, hello. Hello to you and everyone else. Can't read your name. I don't know what to call you. Thoughts on MATIC, Richard? I think we're looking for MATIC at $1.25. I think we closed. I think we held $1.01. Yeah, we're still on track. Nothing's changed here for our MATIC projection. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Nothing's really changed for Ethereum prediction. We didn't get the back test on Ethereum of 2,300. We don't have to. I mean, because we did on like the 4-hour. And even then, if we didn't, we still wouldn't have to. Oh, that's daily. Nah, maybe that back test gone. Spicy. Spicy. Oh, look. It already happened. Okay. Lame. Ethereum, what else? LTC. Yeah, everything's just like moved back up to kind of its July high and is flirting with that, what was support, looking for resistance. It's true of almost everything in the market. Very little, DOT being one of them, very few coins have surpassed their high in June. July. Oh no, DOT's right on. So this is the high in June. So looking for it to come back. That's what we're seeing in a lot of coins. As long as Bitcoin's trending the way it's trending, that's where the money should be, in my opinion. Steven Sokol. Everything was slow. Bybit trading view. Well, I can't say I noticed. I was pretty busy yesterday. But, I mean, if everything was slow, could it have been your internet or your connection? It could be a DNS server. It could be Google. Their routing service cannot be so great. It could be lots of things. The last thing it is like a conspiracy. Just putting that out there. Last thing it is like anything other than some kind of technical trouble. Nothing happened with price. There was nothing to take advantage of. Things slow. What's up? John Cryptopher. Hello from France. What's up, France? JW, BTC is dying. The man says Bitcoin's dying. And we're on, what? We had 10 consecutive green candles in a row. Like, it's dead. Pack it up, boys. What's up, crypto world? Howdy there, Optimo Supremo. Hello, how you doing? There's a crypto theory. Oh, okay, right on, dude. Amparo A. Hello from Sweden. Hello to all of our Swedish viewers. Don't forget to subscribe and like the stream. Jump in Discord to our Swedish viewers and our French viewers. Into whatever language that was that I can't read. Jump in there. Is this a good entry for Eth? I think there are better. I think there are better. Man, that 23.19, that was the entry. Didn't go as high as we thought. That was it. Dude, look at this. Has been we've had it 1, 2, 3 in a row. I guess that's actually 4. 4 entries on Eth in a row. I didn't catch that when I wasn't watching. Honestly, dude, no, I don't know the future. No, I'm not telling you financial advice. But in my opinion, you're buying Eth at the top of the chain of 11 green candles now. The answer is not even pertaining to Eth. The answer is probably no, not a great entry. And the real answer would be, obviously, the entries were all here. This was the entry. This is seeming, I mean, this is closer looking to you're buying at resistance than buying at support. So the answer, probably not. You know what, though? What might be a solid entry? We still may come down to that 23. We may still. I think that's even probable. We may still be looking for that 23. We can move all the way up to 3,000 and come back. I'd be fine. I think that's a better entry. But that's up to you, my friend. This is just my opinion. Just my opinion. Let's see. I have so many charts up, I keep losing the one I was on. There we go. This green box is our box of where this weekly closes. Weekly close probability box. There we are. $45 minutes is no. We have an hour and 45 minutes. Crap. Hour and 45 minutes. Yeah. Nice closing in this box. James Faulkner, I appreciate you, my friend. What's up, Shadow? You should be happy. Twitch is up. Yeah, we had some technical problems. I'm gonna take a look at that when we're done here. Do I expect pullback soon? Not at the moment. I would start looking at maybe 39 breaks. There you go. Well, Steven Sokol is sure it was the market maker, so yeah, you heard it here first. Arjun, right on. I'd caution anyone against trading on their phone. Be careful. What's up, DB? How you doing, man? Leo N. Am new. Welcome, dude. Or dudette. Leo. Probably dude. Welcome, welcome. Great to have new faces. Ooh, you know, that reminds me. I'll read that out. We've only had one person subscribe in the last 33 minutes. Marco Menchata. What's up, dude? Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're doing. We're going to be live every day. Every day. Catch our lives by being subscribed and then in the Discord. And of course, don't forget to smash the like buttons. All right, let's see. What were you asking? Thanks for all the info. I have more in my fourth than Bitcoin. What? You know, Dodge and SHIB. There's my thoughts on ADA. ADA is looking good. ADA has been looking good. Thoughts on ADA. It's likely to perform solidly with the market or above market. Doge is a tricky one. Doge did something this year it's really never done before, so it's going to be very difficult. I think Doge retests its high by the end of the cycle. There you go. SHIB, no comment. SHIB is an ERC20 token. It's not the same as Doge. It's not even the same as ADA, really, because ADA has now distributed its supply pretty evenly. SHIB's just a coin someone made up, and people bought it because it has the word Doge in it. Not a fan of SHIB. Sweatcoin Helper. What's up, man? These nuts. Right on. Art Ningiko. CME hitting Earth? Question mark. Sure. Sure. What's up, Casey Carlson? All right, guys, I get it, but guess what? Everything that stream is running on, not on this computer. So mute it. I don't know, mute it. There you go. And then I'll take care of it after the stream. I can't do it right now. Do I expect any small pullback from September? I mean, odds are good that you'll see a pullback before September. But to where? Who knows? Tomek, nah, Rolich. Sorry you're late. What level do you think correction's happening? Do you notice something, guys? This is important, actually. You notice this. So the last 2 months, everyone was looking for lower, right? Everyone. Progressively more and more people until I'd say midway through July, everyone was looking for lower except for us. Now it's gone up, and now people are looking for lower. Psychology. Subbed a long time ago, right on. Taufik Manar, man. What's up, dude? How to Bitcoin? That's a good question. That pleated life. What's up, my dude? Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. Just subscribe. Can I do Luna? Terra Luna? You know, because nothing's really happening. I'll pull up the last Luna chart. See what happened there. It's going to have some resistance in that 16 to 20 level from all that consolidation. Doesn't look terrible, though. Doesn't look too terrible. Time to play Call of Duty. Right on, man. Go enjoy that. What's up, Sven Molly? Should you keep your GMR? I don't know what that is. Don't know. Don't know. I'm not a fan of selling for a loss. Not a fan. Vid hi. I don't know what you said there, my friend, but welcome. Jessica B. Cream. I remember you asking about Cream. What did I say about Cream, Jessica? I don't remember. I look at too many charts. Hasn't gone too far. Hasn't gone too far, has it? You had the right idea. Looking to retest 250. Yeah, actually looking pretty good. Right on. Happy you're gaining, though. Happy you're getting them gains on. I don't have an opinion on Pulse because I don't really know anything about it. Sorry, Robert. Thomas Nias. Jason Casper revealed his face. What? What? We're going to go creep his channel. He revealed his face. I don't want to ruin it. Maybe I should blur it out. Where? Dang. Dang, son. Okay, that wasn't really a stream, neither was that. Face reveal. There's not that many watching, so this won't ruin it too much. Where is it? Hey, there he is. I don't know, I guess that's him. I kind of expect him to have like a really big beard. Like to be like kind of more lumberjacky. To me, he looks kind of hipster. Right on though. Great dude, go follow him. Jason Casper, he was on the show. We'll have him on the show again. We had some great banter. One of my favorite guests to date. Face revealed. Sorry if you're watching, Jason. Sorry to ruin that for you. But they won't remember. Go watch that. Go watch that video. Why caution trading on phone, Mr. Mike? Because I had an episode where I butt ordered $50,000 worth of Litecoin. Butt ordered. Cleaning my apartment. Get an email from BlockFi. Trade executed. Look down. Proud owner of 300 something Bitcoin. Or Litecoin, not Bitcoin. Not what I meant to do. And by the time I was even able to open the app, it was down a few $1,000. I'm still working my way out of that trade. You guys know I sold about half of it right away to cut down on my position and my risk, which felt like crap, but was the right choice. And then I actually rebought some of that, which I shouldn't have. I mean, I should have now, I know that, but I didn't at the time. I rebought pieces of it at 130 and 110. If it keeps dropping, if it breaks below 100, I'm looking to add a little bit more at 86. And God forbid, please don't happen. If it drops to 50, I'm going to be throwing everything I have at it. But there's my story that cautions against it. Be careful, because you never know when you're about to market order way more than you're willing to risk. Satoshi, talk about leverage trading for noobs. Guys, I am one of the few channels that in no way recommends leverage trading. I've done it here live a few times. If you are new, if you're in a YouTube chat or you're watching a YouTube video because you're new and you're not, you want like kind of input on how to trade, you don't have the information, that means leverage is not for you, period. Leverage is not needed in crypto. You don't have to do it. I have traded, I don't even know how many times, and I would say not even 0.5% of my trades have been leveraged. Spot. Leverage is the single biggest thing I've seen wreck people in crypto. New people. I've seen hundreds, if not thousands of them lose everything very quickly. You don't need it. That being said, I know you're not going to listen because I've warned people a million times. If you're going to do it, use my links below in the video. If you're going to hear my warning and do it anyway, that's fine. You're not alone. That's everyone, pretty much. Use my links. At least that way, I'll make a few bucks. You might lose everything. I'll make a few bucks off the commission. Better than the exchange making it or one of the big channels that have millions of dollars. So do me that favor. And you can come back and tell you I told you so. That's fine. But if you're going to ignore it, yeah, use my link. At least that way some good comes of it. And I've made this promise. Every piece of commission, because it pays out in Bitcoin, every piece of commission that I make from that is going into a cold wallet that's never going to be touched. So there you go. It'll make a sacrifice to everyone else. What's up, Dustin Ross? Luna, we looked at Luna real briefly a second ago. Unknown Star, what's up, my man? How you doing? Good to see you. Who else is here? Thanks, we'll subscribe right on. Take his lead. Take his lead. Subscribes. I don't know what people are saying in these other languages. I trust the mods that know these languages can sort through it. Art Ningiko. Thoughts on deflation-aimed tokens? That's a good question, man. It depends on what you mean. My thoughts on coins that burn their supply when they start? Scam. Period. Scam. They're just trying to trick you into thinking there's value. Deflation aimed, the only one I really know of would be like Bomb token. Token that was created with 1 million, airdropped, and then only down. No new coins ever created. I don't think there's many examples of that yet. What's up, Ecom Savior? How you doing, darling? Great to see you. Great to have you here. Great to have you. Debt opens the door for the devil. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I avoid debt like the plague. Luther Umbros called this entry for ADA. What entry? Where's ADA at? 133? Why are you getting at 133? 131? If I had to. I'm not buying ADA at these levels. Nothing against ADA, it's just too... last time I bought ADA was pennies. 131 below you, that's the main level we're looking for in ADA. It's probably where I'd probably look if I didn't have any. Uh-oh. Bitcoin. Where are you going? Don't make me look like a fool. Uh-oh, it's making me look like a fool. Wait, no, it's not. We were just on like the 5-minute. Seen a little selling here, but really nothing too big. We're not still within our probability box of this weekly close. That would be surprising to see it go below 39 by the end of the day. That would surprise the crap out of me. I don't think it's going to happen. Ecoms, you're the hottie. Get out of here. I love the crypto divas, the boss ladies. We need more women in crypto. I'm not going to rant about it today. I've ranted about it a lot lately. We need it. They're underrepresented. More women we get into it, one, the cooler and more successful it would be for us because ladies will think it's hot. Two, we double the amount of holders if we proportionally add women. So go out there, recruit some women. Great opener. Hey, have you heard of Bitcoin? You want to go on a date? I'll tell you all about Bitcoin. And they'll be like, ew, get away from me, I hate you. That's probably what will happen. Akita Inu and Kishu, guys, just be careful when you go to buy a coin. Go to CoinGecko, type it in, just see what CoinGecko has to say. If CoinGecko says it's an ERC20, do some research. ERC20s, the majority of them are literally just cash grabs. Be careful. Careful. Craig Wadding, what up, man? Poking Ecoms, giggity. Carlos AA doesn't believe in dinosaurs? What? I believe in dinosaurs, though it'd be a funny stance for me not to. 40,000 to 40? I mean, I don't know, we're at like 40,600. 1% move possible. Who doesn't believe dinosaurs never existed? What does he think dinosaur bones are? Like an elaborate hoax that the whole world is collaborating on? Just, well, I'll stop the sentence there. I mean, coin holder, I can understand and respect the blazing excuse. I mean, I'll pull up Luna. I didn't do much on it. I'll pull it up. Only because for some reason, like 5 people are asking about it. No one's talked about this coin for weeks. I mean, where did we get this from? Where did this $10.44 come from? It's not on the daily. Is it like a weekly? Monthly? I don't know where I got that 10 from. Psychological. That's probably what... Oh, yeah. Psychological. Because it's in white. It doesn't line up anywhere. I mean, you got a solid bounce off of psychological support. Not bad. Not bad. We'll throw the retracement on here. We'll get some real TA. $10, $5, $50, $100. All of those. Pretty much anything that ends with a 0 or 5. Always a place to look. And that's not what I was hoping for. So, here's what we got here on Luna. We can see what was previously support back in April. Now being tested as resistance. So it actually is already resistance. You can see it did touch it, rejected, found support at 10, and bounced. Now it's retesting it. Could be worse. Could be worse. But that's also the 618 retracement. So this is where we're always expecting price to go back to. We're here, so that's a good sign. But until you can make progress, and that looks like 15, it's going to be psychological, and it is a retracement. And you can see this was consolidation for quite some time. This is going to be pretty heavy resistance. If you break that, all bets are off. I mean, and you're probably looking for new highs. Probably looking for like 65, upwards of 128, but you're not there. This is a big gap. We could see Luna fill this gap. That'd be good. But this is a solid resistance. Here's how I would do this. This is exactly how I would do this. This is my opinion, not financial advice. Exactly how I'd play this. I would look to take a position, maybe at 10. Maybe at 10. Could, if you're a little more conservative, a little more patient, maybe 845, this high here. But we'll say from 10. I would look to play it to 15. If I was going to play it from 10, I'd probably stop it at like 944. There we go. I would look for it this way. If Luna does take a little trip here into the next few hours, maybe the next day, then you can maybe look instead at 10. You maybe look at a 1160, then play that up to 1536. Either way, this is not to me something that screams long-term position. I mean, if you're going to hold it for years, it doesn't matter. You could buy it anytime, really. But this doesn't scream entry to me. You know, this is a long string of up. We're seeing this across coins. And while it very well may continue up, you're buying at the top of like a green candle. Just statistically, that's a bad move. We look for pullbacks here. Looks like that $10 would have been pretty prime. We didn't look at it, though. We didn't look at that first. Luna doesn't look bad. It's at a 618. That's what we're looking for Bitcoin. That's about 47.5. The problem is that's kind of like the big boss battle. I don't really have much thoughts. That's gonna be hard for an edge there. I'd look for a pullback if you don't have a position. If you do, you could look to close at 15, or you're gonna look to just hold it, keep it open. Leverage is awful, man. Toxic fume. Is XRP a scam? No, it's not a scam, but it's centralized. It's not a scam necessarily. Who was talking about that? I still can't find anyone that was talking about dinosaurs. Who's talking about dinosaurs? I like dinosaurs. Include me in the conversation. Was it the guy speaking a different... Wait, Casper doesn't believe in dinosaurs? Oh, man. Our friendship. That's testing our friendship, buddy. Whew. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully it's a joke. I don't know. I don't know why he wouldn't believe in dinosaurs. Doesn't really matter, though. Kamikaze, thoughts on privacy coins? Great question. Thank you for getting me away from all the other gibberish. Privacy coins? Monero being my favorite one, though Monero is having some issues here with their privacy. It doesn't affect like the network as a whole, but I think it affects if you receive Monero to a wallet and then send it quickly. I think something about the way it mixes up transactions isn't functioning properly. Or it's functioning properly, but there's a vulnerability. But the vulnerability is only to privacy. So if you don't send it right away, like your Monero is sitting in a wallet, it's fine. But my thoughts on privacy is privacy coins will have their day. Privacy coins, I think, in this space are vital to a portfolio. I recommend about 2% of your portfolio at least be in privacy coins. The reason is they are a hedge against the things that people are so spooked about right now. They're a hedge against over-regulation. They're going to have their time. They will. I was kind of surprised that they didn't rally as hard with everything else this year, but I think they're just biding their time. There's going to be a time where privacy becomes very important in this space. Luke Brady, what's my biggest tip for newcomers to crypto? DCA. Dedicated cost average. Dedicated cost average. Which means you're slowly buying over time. 2, don't go all in and all out. 3, don't use leverage. 4, make sure at least half of your portfolio is Bitcoin. This is all my opinion. Yeah, those are the good ones. Those are the gold. I think those are solid. There you go. There's 3. Something like that. Good question, Luke. Good to have you, man. Hopefully you'll join us. We're going to be live here every day. So hopefully you'll be there doing some learns. What's up, Mama Jedi? Good to have you, darling. Abe Ira. I deserve to be a voice actor or commentary. Sure, I would do it. Send me the offers, internet. I will voice act. It would be really cool, guys. Actually, you know, Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher, and Vitalik Burton made the Stoner Cats NFT thing, and they're making the cartoon. I guess I haven't seen any. I would love to be a voice actor for that. That would be dope. So make it so, internet. What's up, MRF? How you doing, man? Good to see you again. Craig Wayne, giggity. Ew, you own Bitcoin? Ew, get away from me. So it's funny, guys. Mark my words right now. This is the most definite prediction I'm ever going to make in my entire career. Mark my words. Listen in. It is only a matter of time until women find owning and talking about, maybe not talking about as much, but owning Bitcoin sexy. Right now, not sexy. Only a matter of time. At some point, it will be very attractive because it will mean and suggest that you have money. I'm not making any conclusion about any specific women. Really, just as a whole, it will be a sign of success, which it isn't right now. Right now, it's kind of a, I mean, it's getting cooler. It's getting cooler. But it's not quite where I think it's going to go. It's going to go to a point where it's like equated with having money, and it's going to be a positive thing. Women are going to find it sexy. You know what? And I'll say the same. Maybe men will find it sexy too. Right now, it's not the sexiest topic, but it's only a matter of time. Most solid concrete prediction I've ever made in my entire life right there. Lots of volume. Is there volume? There's no volume. This dumping is useless. Oh yeah, there we go. Back, who said they're new and or who wanted best advice for new people? Where is it? Luke Brady, one more, my friend. Ignore crypto news. Just ignore it. Don't pay attention to it. After you've gotten comfortable just in the space, then you can, if you want, kind of read about it. But all of it, 99.9999% of crypto news is propaganda. Just BS. Not even propaganda, some kind of advertisement. Meaning someone is producing this news article for financial benefit. Maybe not the writer even, but someone is saying, ooh, be scared of this because they want you to sell it. Or, ooh, this is the best because they want you to buy it. There's very few valuable pieces of information. Do not trade based on news. News is all BS in crypto. There we go. There's the fourth. I don't think Jason Casper believes in dinosaurs. Should I call him up right now and ask him? I could. I'll send him a message, see if he's around. I was be like, yeah, dude, are you around? You want to come on talk about dinosaurs? Wait, why do I have two Jason Caspers? Oh no, one's his Discord. Okay. We'll see. We'll see if I have enough clout to get the Casper to come on and talk about dinosaurs. There we go. Yo, my dude. It was such a good collab. He's such a nice dude. I like him. Dinosaurs or not, like, I mean, I'm gonna hold that against him forever, okay? I'm gonna hold that against him. But I can get over it. I can get over it. Ooh, Shibanama. You've entered the Discord. Let me give you a little roll here. Bam. Good reminder, if you're not in Discord, get in Discord. Get in there. It's the only way to keep up with our streams consistently. We are shadow banned on the reg. Hey, Jason replied, but is he busy? What if we trap him and talk about dinosaurs? I'm so entertained. I'm so entertained. I don't know. I mean, he's a homesteader. He does a lot of stuff. Unlike me, I'm a homesteader in the way, in the sense of I stead at home. I just say here. I stead. I don't grow. Actually, we grow. We do. We grow vegetables. We have a balcony garden, and we grow food. That's pretty much all it's all the space we have. Yeah, the other channel is like accidental. I don't know. We'll see how people feel about it when we're done. But yeah, that's all it's supposed to be. Join Discord. There's the link in the chat a bunch of times. Patreon. Links in the chat. Check out Patreon. What was the other one? Oh yeah. Yeah. Follow me on Twitter. There we go. I'm waiting for Jason to respond. We'll see. Yeah, he says he's kind of busy. That's okay. Let me see. I'm just gonna ask him myself. One sec. I'm messaging him. All right, we'll see what he has to say. Oh, Bitcoin, you're getting a little droopy on us here. Getting a little droopy, lad. Back to the 100, actually. All right. So we're at the 100 daily here soon. Soon. We've gone through our 40,400 level. What do we got below us? Just under 40K, the 618. We've hit the 0.5 retrace. See if we find support there. By the way, Jason Casper says he likes dinosaurs, so you guys are full of it. He said he likes dinosaurs. He says he really wish he's putting the kids to bed. So I asked, I followed up. He answered, so that's cool. Next time we'll get him, right? We'll get him. What was I trying to do here? I was doing something. I've been live so long, my brain's getting a little scattery. Haven't been live this long in some time. Man, everything now moving back to support. Ethereum hit that weekly resistance. I should have said 2,700. I don't know why I said 20. Oh, there was a local measured move. Right back. Weekly resistance. No, it was never support. It was always resistance. Tested as resistance again. Into this close. It's the end of the week. It's the first day of the month. This weekly close could be different. Could not really kind of reflect the way the rest of the month is going to go. Or could. Never know. Less important than yesterday's close. There we go. That's what I meant. Let's so 50-day moving average, 100-day moving average. It's 240 hours. Bump, bump. Let's get this on the chart. So we may be seeing a back test of the 100 daily. We broke through it. We didn't back test it. We're still kind of far away though. That's not right. That's not correct. 1 hour. $24 is 1 day. Oh. I see. Let's see where this is at. There we are. I missed a 0. All right, so it looks like we are very much looking for a back test of that 100 daily. It's 40K right at our 618. Not really that crazy. Not that crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I'll just admit it. When I looked at this chart earlier today, that we made in the other stream, where'd you go? When I looked at this, my first thought was like, why did I make the green box from the 382 to the 5? Like, this is always how we do it. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm not going to change it. No, I'm going to change it, but I don't know what I was doing there. We are 40K. 40K be a great spot to land. Here we are. This is actually getting exciting now. Here we are. pennies from the 100 daily moving average. What are we going to see? Pennies. Nah, probably dollars. Fractions of a percent. There it is. 100 daily moving average. This is on the hourly. On the actual day, it might not be broken yet. Let's find out. Nope, on the day, it's right there. On the day, it's right there. On the day, it didn't actually break. So do we find support here? The answer is probably yes. Probably yes. This was, I know we talked about 40 a little bit in that episode. I still don't know why I drew the box from the 382 to the 5. That's very unlike me. Oh well. Didn't quite touch that 618 retracement though. All right. Let's rock and roll. Nice bounce from here. Close the day up would be phenomenal. That'd be phenomenal. Then we'll have back tested it. And that will increase my confidence that we're going to go look for that 200. If we close above 40,000 today. 40,050, I guess, on the hourly. There it is. Yeah. And fit that. There we are. I should have made the box between the 1 and 200, but I forgot about it. Forgot about it. I've been live too long. Brain's getting sloppy. But there we are. So far, don't really have any problem. No problems yet. Let's see. Nope. No. It's okay. Pretty spicy, though. This is pretty spicy. F3 tracing? Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, so guys, again, the monthly just closed, so this is a strange interaction. The price action we see today is gonna be like a little different because we closed a monthly, and obviously the market responded to that monthly close. We saw 10 days of up, right? That monthly closed where the market wanted it, and now we're closing this weekly. So it is technically August, but this weekly is also like technically July. It's just a weird 24-hour period. You know, this can close very strangely. Ethereum hit weekly resistance, retracing. Although I guess every time I said today to anyone, when they're like, "Is it a good entry?" I was like, "No." That was right. Literally everybody was asking kind of at the top of these greens. 100 dailies holding. Knock on wood. 100 dailies holding. Hour and 10 minutes to go. Sweatcoin helper, you filled your vacuum with water. It no longer works. Well, maybe it just works differently than you want it to. Who are you? All right, who are you to decide what vacuums do, right? I don't know. Tomac, great advice, man. And we're going to need a follow-up on that. We're going to need a follow-up on that. Did you try turning it off and on again? He bangs the drums. You're not scared? I don't know why anybody would be scared, dude. We broke the 100. We broke the 100, like, within hours. Within 4 hours of the monthly closing. No, here we are. Or wait, the monthly didn't close there. We broke it on the 30th. Anyway, we broke it on the 30th. Now it's August. Now we're at the 100. So we broke it. Broke it as it was resistance. You can see it was clearly resistance. We broke resistance. Now we back tested it. If we hold this 100, that's extremely bullish. If you hold this 100, you're definitely looking for the 200. AKA you're looking for the 20 weekly. AKA we've been right for months, which we all know. We all knew that. It's okay. But no, this is actually very bullish. And what I appreciate about it more than anything is that it broke it. Okay, broke it. And it waited. It waited. It didn't go back and test it that day. It waited a day so that we can call this a daily backtest. Like that, I like that. That's good. That's strong. A lot of the time you'll see backtests kind of right away on things, and they don't typically hold then. They're not like, I don't know, it's kind of like a fake out backtest. I've seen that happen a lot in crypto. I like it, especially on the daily, when you have at least one day, like you break something and then you trade and whatever, but you don't go back. And then the next day you test it. You need time in between. Don't know why, but I've just seen that over and over and over again. If we broke the 100 yesterday and then today we back tested it and it went up, I wouldn't have nearly as much confidence. For whatever reason, you need kind of that gap. And you know what? This also then would be testing it in the next month. Yeah, much more confidence building for me. So you have a whole day close, and then you test it the next day. That is bueno in the Crown book. Here's the only thing, though. We have an hour. We have an hour and 8 minutes. We still could trade below this. We still could fall through. Still a possibility. Let's look at our low time frames. Does anybody here remember at the start of the episode, if you go back, does anybody remember what we were seeing on the short time frames? Anybody? We were seeing bearishness on the short time frames. We were seeing bullishness on the longer time frames, 6 hour, 8 hour. But the 4 hour, we were talking about what? Rolling over. Let's see if we rolled over. Almost. Close. 4 hour hasn't shown us weakness in the selling yet. 6 hours still okay. Ooh, that 2 hour got beat. Oh, we're talking about the 4 hour or 2 hour rolling over too. We're talking about the highs. And now we're seeing the highs come up and the lows come up as well, and we're gaining momentum there. That's all we talked about. Exactly. I don't know how he does it. I've never watched his videos. Exactly as predicted. What other channel predicts it exactly? Many say they do. Honestly, with no specific YouTubers in mind, the majority of YouTubers that do crypto stuff, I don't think they have any idea what TA is. Because sometimes they say things and I don't understand why you'd say that. Yeah, not directed at anybody. There we are, though. Whole hour. I hope this hour we see, I hope we see like an engulf back up to 41 into the next hour. So in 6 minutes, the next hour. Exactly as predicted. Sure. I have dementia. Who are you? What's up? We still have 400 watching. We're back to the glory days, boys. People are probably tuning in, freaking out. What's going on? Bitcoin's going down. Well, we broke the 100 daily, back testing the 100 daily. Holding support here would be phenomenal. It's right near the 618 retracement. It all lines up. It all lines up. James Faulkner is absolutely correct. You guys know I don't toot my own horn very often. I really don't. Not about ego. Ego doesn't make good trades, guys. It doesn't make you more money. But we absolutely did. We absolutely did. We nailed it, man. Literally everybody was freaking bearish. We were looking for 45 to 48. Here we are, 42.4, 42.6. What other channel can claim that? And we never faltered. That's the difference. We never faltered. Like, I'm sure someone at some point was like looking for these numbers or something, but like flip-flop back and forth, then was calling for lower lows. And I remember it was like the 20th, I don't know, like a day or two after the sell-off in May 19th. A few days later, I was saying the low might not be in. I think it could be in. I think it's likely if we do reapproach that level, we'll just see a slightly lower low. It won't be significant. We won't see a break. That's exactly what happened. I said I'm waiting for 45. Well, I kept saying 48 because that's where the 20 was. But I said waiting for that 20 weekly retest. Why? Because every single bear market we've ever seen in Bitcoin, and that's not that big of a sample size, I admit, but every single one has started by losing the 20 weekly and then back testing it rejecting from the 20 weekly and then going down to explore lows. Every single one. So why were all these TAs thinking that we weren't going to move back to the 20? I didn't understand. We still haven't, though. I could still be wrong. I wouldn't really care. Like, I wouldn't care that I was wrong. It would suck if that happened. But I don't understand why that wasn't seen by people. Why didn't they? You saw 50% dump. When does Bitcoin 50% dump and then not retrace? Like, I don't get it. I don't get where these people are getting their TA degrees from. Don't get it. Yeah, also this dump has like no volume. There's no volume here. It's picked up a little bit into the end of this day, but very, very low. Very low. You can see volume actually apexed here, 26th of July. That was the highest point in volume. We've trended down since. The last 2 days, surprise, the last 2 days, the last red days before our string of 10 green, are the lowest volume candles. Lowest volume candles. Since the sideways day, the 22nd. These sideways days, the 17th and 18th. I'm not a huge fan of volume in general. At least regular volume. Not a huge fan. Volume profile, yes. Let's see. I guess, are we going to go all the way to close? I don't know. It's another hour. You guys think I have it in me is the question. My stream stamina has dropped because I haven't been streaming as much. I've been relaxing. But if the market gets spicy again, we'll be streaming every day again. All right, people. Okay. Rum patatum pum. Do I have the stamina to do another hour? Probably. Dang, we've been live for almost 4 hours already. With 400 watching, though, how could I stop? Nice. It's good to have the numbers back. You know, we were streaming to like, you know, traffic was down, volatility was down in the space overall. And we had a pretty unpopular opinion the last 2 months. We've been betting on up. Everyone else has been saying, you're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. We're going down. And so that's not popular content. It's good to have the numbers back. The bulls are back, baby. They're not out of the woods. It's not pop champagne time. We'll get there. When we get there, I'll let you guys know. Probably, you know, 40, 49. 50, whatever. Above the 20 weekly and holding it, that's when we'll pop champagne here. But they're certainly back. There were no bulls in the last 2 months. No bulls. Can't believe you've been live for almost 4 hours already. Time's gone by fast. Thanks for spending it here with me. Time flies when you're having fun, right? I'm having fun with all my besties. Can't wait for champagne. Champagne and robes. You'll know. You'll know it. I'll just have like 2 bottles of champagne on the robe on. Pop them. We'll pop bottles. Time is coming. Oof, we are killing it. We're killing it. On search results, we're killing it. #1 for like everything. Wow. Never seen that. Well done, fam. Well done. It's all because of you. You guys are doing a great job. Hitting the like button on the stream. Doing a great job subscribing while we're live. Answering the polls, chatting, even though sometimes I'm not reading. It's all you. Pat yourselves on the back. You have earned it. You've earned it. Sweet, sweet analytics. Let's look at this. Sweet, sweet analytics. Look at that. #1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. #1 search results on YouTube right now. That's a record. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. Yeah, boys. I don't know what else to do. We're kind of just waiting for this close here. We've tested the 100. Broke it. Back tested it. New hourly is here. This is the last hourly this week. This will also wrap up the first day of August. I want to see this low hold into the close. I mean, you could trade below it, bounce, but I want to see today close above 40,041. What is it on the daily chart though? Let's see. Indicator lost value. Oh, actually on the daily it's lower, 39,981. Okay, so we can close. All right, anything above there, farther the better. To be honest, 40,600 would be the best. I have been kind of signaling. I said it once or twice. I do want to see this last hourly get bought up. I'd like to see it trade back to 41. That'd be ideal. Doesn't have to. Still would be bullish close. Anything above 39,981. Bullish close. But I want to see it close also above our daily, what was support at I will say in the beginning of this episode, that is where price had touched, and I said this is a beautiful bounce. If we bounce from here, if that's the low for the day, beautiful. We lost it. Now we're touching the 100. But if we can close back above 40,600, that's going to be a super solid close. And you can see that's not that far away, guys. We're at 40,300. These small numbers, these small differences are getting smaller and smaller as price goes up. $300 move is now less than 1%. What's that? 462333. It's 33 and what? 23. This is where we want. Let's zoom it in. The countdown has started. Look at this on the 5-minute though. Look at this on the 5-minute. Right down, right here. Right down to that 100 daily. And that's a beautiful reversal pattern. This is the 5 minutes, so don't get excited. 5-minute can have the most beautiful reversal pattern in the world and not go anywhere. But that's beautiful. You have candles. The candle bodies are getting larger and larger. Momentum increasing. That's what we're seeing to this point. Then we see the candle bodies get smaller. Signaling, and this is on the 5-minute again, signaling maybe the momentum slowing down. Then we close as a green doji, momentum signaling slowing down. Then we trade lower briefly and close the hammer, man. That's a hammer. If you guys want a real time chart pattern candlestick example, that's a hammer. You don't get hammers that are clean like that. You don't get them in Bitcoin often. Then all of a sudden you have a larger bodied green. Now this is smaller again, and this is sold off. So it's not great either. I like to see this close as a larger bodied candle, and I'd like to see that continue. If you get that, that's a solid reversal. That candle's beautiful. It might be too beautiful. Maybe it's a trap. I don't know. It's too beautiful. It's like picture perfect. So let's do this. Daily. Support, close, target. Make this smaller. It's on the top. 100. The MA. Bullish. Close. There we go. Let's modify that. Top. There we are. There it is. Not a lot of time left. I've got faith. I've got the power. All right, we were just talking about this, and it happened. So, this is the 5 minutes. This changes just second by second. We saw this move down. The body was smaller. I said, we'd like to see it close as a larger body so we can say momentum's still increasing. Guess what? We got it. That's looking more and more like this is a real reversal. Very small time frame. I wouldn't usually trust it. The only reason I do is because it is right off of the 100 daily. If this just happened to any random price, I would probably ignore it. It's the 5 minute. But since it was off that 100 daily, that looks pretty solid. Couldn't ask for a better looking reversal. You couldn't. I'm also going to do, because it's annoying the crap out of me, I'm going to get rid of that box on the background. And I'm going to make this much smaller. There it is. Ooh, baby. Ooh, dry hit. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. There's one more thing I was doing. Oh yeah. Ooh, that did not feel good. We'll make this a little bigger for everybody. And then make it a little smaller again. There we go. Now let's take a look at our retrace here. This is all we're gonna have really to do while we wait, because we have signs of reversal. But we have 53 minutes to go. So where can we look? Let's take our retracement. We're gonna be looking for this. That's what we're gonna look for. Ta-da. Yeah. Let's peek at these low time frames again. Nice. VWAP is signaling a little bit up. Money flow is curved back up. 5 minute though is really tricky. Can change on a whim. This is a pretty low in oscillator. So we're likely to have some divergence. That's my takeaway from that. We're gonna have to go into deeper time frames. So 5 minute maybe finally rolling over, but we were faked out earlier today. So I'm not sold there. RSI very low. Okay. All right. Let's look at some higher time frames, get a better idea. Maybe waning momentum on the 15. Ooh, that's sketched. 15 minute here, what I'm reading from this is the 15 minute needs to roll back over. It needs to roll back over. It needs to go back to buying, because if it doesn't, it's going to then, yeah, it's going to then look for more downside. That sounds stupid. But what I'm seeing here, I'm not just saying random stuff, is if we see more downside, then we're going to break our low in money flow here on the 15. We have VWAP trending back up after setting a lower low, which is not great, but trending back up, we have to see this move to positive. If we don't see this move to positive, this is looking for a dump on the 15. Dump on the 15 is what it is, but that is likely to translate out as we continue to look at these time frames. Not much here. Yep, 30 minute rolling as well. This would be actually quite a trap. So if we do get the 15 minute, and then that translates out to the 30 minute VWAP's also rolling over. If we do get that, what we'll have is a higher low on our money flow there. That'll be a bullish signal. We don't have it yet though. We see our momentum. Our oscillators are still far apart. The shorter average is running away from the longer average. We don't have that yet. But the VWAP is suggesting maybe we get it. Let's see what the hourly shows. It would just be too good. It'd be too good. I like it. Here's where the indecision comes. Yep. VWAP's flat. Oh, after a lower high on money flow in the hourly. Not great, but we were looking. We were looking for some downside at the beginning of this episode. That was a whole 4-hour candle ago. Because the 2 hours looking to roll over. Not great. Not great. 2 hour, here's like where TA gets a little subjective too, is the 2 hour is suggesting that we don't hold here. It's saying, hey, I'm going to roll over. I'm going to go negative. I don't have to go deep into negative territory, but I want to kiss it. I want to touch it. So 2 hours saying not likely to hold. What I'm going to say is if we see this 15 translate out to 30, gives a decision to the hour. Off the 100, man, then I think the 2 hour just gets a fake out. The 2 hour maybe doesn't roll. Oh, it did roll over. Yay, that's good. It rolled over, I guess, on the last close. That's excellent, because now it can just roll back to positive. It's made its negative roll. Could go, could continue, but it's kind of satisfied. It's satisfied its desire to roll over, which we have been able to see since back here, 28. Money flow stopped trending up. Our low started moving down, our high started moving down. But that was a pretty gentle. Let's see where that lines up. Yeah, that's a pretty dang gentle rollover. Like right here, right where my mouse is. This is like where it started rolling over. If we roll over and then reverse again at what is essentially the same price where we started to roll over originally, that's bullish AF. You can see there's 2 hour support here as well. Candle closes here, candle closes here, wick here, wick here. So we're at support. Well, now we are. We moved down. Fair enough. Maybe that point wasn't as valid. But consolidation, 100 moving average. Things are looking decent. Our short-term rollover happened. Really, it's just the 2 hour that's threatening here. 15 minute is likely to give us a clue, as it's either looking to move back or dump. Candle so far showing us it's looking to move back. 45 minutes to the daily close. It's also the weekly close. Looking for 40,600. 40,600. Very close. $200 move away. That is 0.5% to the upside. 0.5%. Totally doable. Totes doos. Totes doodables. This. Here's all the spams. Because the bot isn't working and because my stream deck isn't working, I'll have to do it. Copy and pasta it. Ooh, Ketoino. Good question, man. I haven't looked at gold. I haven't looked at gold Bitcoin. It's a good question. I don't want to look away quite yet. Wait, I will if I have to. I can check it out. Let's look at that. Let's look at it. That's such a good question, man. I have too much to keep track of, and I appreciate you guys. Like Kato. Coming out here, keeping me accountable. Keeping me accountable. Reminding me of the things I've said. Well, gold Bitcoin's looking more bullish than Bitcoin. There it is. Gold Bitcoin suggesting this entire 2-month period just a back test of the previous 2017 high. Virtually perfect. We did test it perfectly in January, so this is actually a higher low. More bullish. More bullish than just Bitcoin. Nice. Not a lot of correlation before. More bullish. Good reminder. It's a great chart to look at. This is one of the few kind of things we were hoping would hold on. Kind of bullish hopium we were looking at earlier in the last 2 months. But this looks solid. This looks heckin' solid. Could see a back test here of 20 for that weekly. Maybe not. Good reminder. Dang it, 5 minutes is not looking strong with that last candle. At least momentum on the 5 was looking to roll over. Hopefully we don't get faked out again like we did earlier today. We had a fake out on our 5-minute momentum right here. Now we are back in that same situation on this candle, literally. Hopefully we see a rollover. Well, we did have some, here we go. Bullish divergence on the 5-minute, whatever that's worth. Certainly this is bullish divergence. I don't even have to look at the chart because this is the lowest point in price. Not the lowest point in RSI. Yeah, there we go. Buy it back up. Let's go. Let's go. Hmm. 340 watching. People are you guys getting bored? Into the close, you're getting bored? That's effed up. It's okay. I'm bored. I'm getting tired. But it's so spicy. I can't leave. I can't leave. Not with the 100. Perfectly bouncing price. That 5-minute candle is too much to look away from. Let's see. Is anyone subscribed? We've had a few subscribers in the last few minutes, I guess. It doesn't alert me anymore. Stanley Ipkiss, Harry Avita, Casey Carlson. No, I remember reading your name. What's up, man? Justice, Tiga, Sastano, Eugen Medudu, Marco Menchaca. I already read that one. That's okay. Thanks for subscribing, guys. We're going to be live here every day. Every day. Dishing out TA. Market's back to spicy. At least it seems. So we're going to be here every day. Make sure you're subscribed and in Discord. And I hate shilling, and I loved I didn't really have to shill the last few months. But check out the Patreon. Check it out. Today's the 1st of August. Today is the best day to sign up. Every day you wait is just burning money. If you sign up later in the month, you're just paying the same amount for less of a month. But check it out. Trade setups, technical analysis, all exclusive stuff. Exclusive educational posts, videos, all the goodies. Today's the day. Check it out after the stream. Don't forget. Would love to have some new BAM members. We haven't really had many in the last month or two. We were blowing up until, what, May? And just chilled out. Richard is Bybit freaking out. I don't know. Let's see if I have a Bybit chart. Which I know I do, but let's just make one and see if it's moving differently. I assume you're talking about PEPs. PEPs contracts. Nah, it doesn't look like it's freaking out. It looks pretty normal, doesn't it? Don't it? USDT, same. There's so many BTC USDs on Bybit. Looks exactly the same to me. Five minutes getting sold off though. Boo. Nah, it looks like it's exactly the same. What's the win rate of Patron? Everybody's a winner. Everybody's a winner. 100%. 100%, because everybody's a winner. Patron's not a trading signals group, guys. I post like the best of the best trade setups when I find them to Patron, but it's not a trade group. If you're looking for someone to blindly follow, Patron's not for you. Patron is more about growth, more about education, more about learning, community. There are trade setups, but it's just not. If that's what you're joining for, you're going to be disappointed. And honestly, you can't ask me because I'm biased. You'd have to ask the patrons. Oh, the site probably. Can't join Discord. Brian Edwards, why not? It's just https discord.gg/Tom Brown. That's it. OnlyFans coming soon. Well, if the market takes a big dump, we'll find out. What's up, DCF? How you doing, bro? Joe Carter, how you doing, man? Can't get past the emoji react. All right, okay. I welcome some feedback here. Welcome feedback. I thought this was clear, but I don't know what's clear to everybody else. So here's what happens when you join, right? You join, this is all you can see. We do that so the scam bots can't try to scam our members. So when you join, you can't see the server. All you have to do is click this. That's it, right here. Just click this guy, right here. Just this one. You'll see that people emoji react down here. That doesn't matter. That's it. Just click this. Watch, I'll click it, and you'll see that it will highlight and then unhighlight. See? Boop, boop. And once you do that, it will give you the role, and then you can see the rest of the server. And you can see everything. Right? All these people are on. All these people have emoji reacted. That's all you have to do. If you can't get past that, I don't know what to say. Maybe have you considered that maybe it's because you're a bot? I don't know. I mean, bots don't typically chat like that, but consider it. Maybe it's because you're a bot. It's designed to foil them if you're being foiled by it. I mean, if it looks like a duck, sounds like a duck, it's a duck. I'm just kidding. Stala Zakrumpier and Christopher Vidal. Welcome, fam. Thanks for subscribing. Great to have you. We're just wrapping up this weekly and daily close. Slowly. Such a nice bounce there. This is why the 5 minute you can't really ever get excited. It's like, this is what it did. 1.1% move is pretty solid, but I think you're a bot. Maybe. No, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. You're just monotone. Fair enough. Fair enough. 722. We're trading sideways. Womp. 40-ish minutes till close. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do, boys and girls. Here's what we're gonna do. Have you hit the like button on the stream yet? We have 350 likes. That's more than are watching. So fair enough. Maybe you have. I respect that. Salute you. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to be live every day this week. It's the start of August. We're going to be live every day because we have to advertise. I have to shill the patron at the start of the month. I know I hate it. I hate it. If you're new here, you might think I'm not being honest. I'm totally being honest. I hate it. Hate shilling. But gotta do what we gotta do. And at the start of the month is the only time really that makes sense to sign up for it. So check it out. We're going to be live every day this week. I have that other stream up. I don't know if people will like that or not. We'll find out. But we'll be live again tomorrow. Maybe we'll be live again tonight if it gets real spicy. You know what we're looking for here. We're looking for a close above 40,000. 39.9 something. Ideally above 40,600. We have 40 minutes. Either is possible. I'm going to bet up. Why? Because we're looking for a bounce on the daily. From the 100 moving average right there. Be a beautiful back test. It'd be great if it could close above support, previous resistance. Be great. No guarantees. That would be ideal. As long as the 100 holds, things are looking good. We're trending up to that 200, sitting at just about 45. So you know what we're going to do, guys. We're going to shut the stream off for now. You can chill on the other one. I love you all. I hope to see you tomorrow. Get in Discord, subscribe, check out the Patreon. Whoa. And that's where we're going to